Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Next Podcast. It feels like I was just on this channel live a couple hours ago. Of course I was, because it is Gamescom, and we did a live reaction today. What is up, chat? Good to see everybody in there. Yo, if you haven't done it yet, definitely hit that thumbs up button. And also, if you're not a subscriber, consider hittering K-Mega. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well. Shout out to the newest.
Connecticut.
Yo, dude, Connecticut's been insane today, man. I don't know. Yo, if there wasn't a huge hurricane that came through on the Gulf, all the weather news today would have been from Connecticut. I'm telling you, tornadoes touching down, fucking golf ball size hail. Like it was crazy today up here in New England. By the way,
Texas. That's Texas on a random Saturday.
Yeah, no, we're not built for that here, bro. We are not built for that, man.
That ain't nothing. That's.
You wake up, it's 30 degrees. It's lunchtime. It's fucking.
That's a vacation for K-Mega.
Yeah. You're right.
The night is fucking raining.
Yeah, we just had a crazy rain. Felt like a monsoon, and then all of a sudden the weather is going to be. It's already up to like 100 degrees. So it's what it is.
All right. Well, shout out to everybody that went through some incredible weather today and is still alive and kicking, because it was absolutely wild. But they did kick off Gamescom, and we will be talking about that, but we also have other topics as well. We cannot dive into those topics until we do the intro. So first, I'd like to introduce the man who came up. He invented this type of truth, and you guys know it as hashtag Crispy Truth. My brother Crispy Bomb, what's going on, bro?
What's up, everybody? I have not watched enough Gamescom to have a great opinion, but I did the highlight thing because at the end of the day, you gotta at least have something to say. And you know I always gotta bring that truth, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, brother. Yo, next on the list, of course, he is my West Coast brother. He said that he would go back to work saving the world. And I gotta wonder what the hell is going on, man, if you're slacking on your job or whatnot. But Dark Optimus is here. What is up, bro?
It takes time, man. Okay? All right? It's not like, snap of the fingers like Thanos, all right? You gotta finesse other countries and, Yeah, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
I'm a little uncomfortable with you using the word finesse, by the way. I don't know why, but I just feel like I should be uncomfortable right now, yo.
Everybody in this podcast should be uncomfortable right now.
K-Mega's uncomfortable every time he joins a hangout. There's always something being said, and he's like,
"Yeah,
yo, damn white people."
Dude, he's uncomfortable even when he joins an Xbox party chat. If I'm in there, especially.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Well, next on the list, of course, coming live from the 405, and this man has been with me from the very first episode of this show, K-Mega. Yo, what is going on, K-Mega, and does Dark make you uncomfortable?
Yes, very uncomfortable. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have a restraining order put against him and you because I've been around you.
Hold on, you gonna sue
for so damn long?
Okay, restraining order. Are you gonna sue me though?
I need to, because I've been here for, like you said, from the very beginning. I have not got a raise. Matter of fact, I haven't got a dime. I need some
Dude,
royalties or something.
I sent at least 20 checks to your house, man.
Really?
Yeah.
They were all blank though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you mean to tell me you don't get 25 cents per podcast like I do?
No. So you get at least 25 cents? I knew it, man. I knew it. Golly.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, oh man. All right. So what's going on, everybody, man? As usual, here doing the thing. It's my birthday week. I've been in the mood not to do a damn thing. Nothing. Xbox can tell you that. Hey, I need gameplay. Shit, you ain't getting shit from me,
ain't got
sucker.
nothing.
No, I ain't got nothing for
gonna
you.
have it.
I ain't gonna have it.
He was like, yo, you need it by tonight. This was last night, all right?
Yeah,
the
'cause
show
I
is
was-
today. You
No,
need it by
I was
tonight?
I was in my zone. I've been in my zone all week.
Dude, you should have
That's
seen
why he did no
how I
videos
was
or
looking
nothing.
at my computer monitor. Like, I was bewildered at the response.
I was just like, no, because Bloody said he was gonna take a week off from, just streaming and doing stuff, and so I was like, you know what, my birthday was Tuesday. I don't
Hold on,
even,
I think
know
you
what?
might use Bloody's gameplay. I think that's what's going on. Since Bloody took a week off, you had no gameplay.
Is that what we're doing now? Is that what we're doing? Oh my gosh.
My
Anyway.
goodness.
So as I didn't have the famous gameplay, sorry Lou, but yeah, man, glad to be here as usual. Let's talk some things. Let me make this one last point. There is nothing.
We didn't even have a
that
topic.
could
He's
be-
making points right now.
I just got to make this point because I said it, and I don't know if people heard me, but I'm saying it now. I after seeing our boy Jeff Keighley, I think that there should not be any discussion about this man has love or affinity for Japanese console makers. Or game makers. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
but anyway,
he is a lover
we'll talk about it.
of Kojima's ankles. I
Oof.
have
Oof.
titled him that. So
his actions, boy.
Yo, shout out to Regulator, hand up that super chat early. Thank you, brother, for the support. He says, "What's up, Xbot and panel? Bring the heat, fellas." Well, it is hot. It is humid in here, so I don't see any other way to bring it. We got to bring the heat, man. It's what it's about. Well, let's announce this man, and I'm a little scared because we were talking off the air, and I don't know if he's gonna do this, but the next man I am introducing, not only does he love playing games, but he loves the business side of gaming as much. My brother Predator, what is up, bro?
What's going on, man? I had to tone it down because that first Thursday show we did, my throat was sore as fuck the next day.
I can imagine.
I was like, man, why does my throat hurt? And then I was like, okay, I shouldn't say that on air because K Mega makes some smart ass comment. But then I realized I was screaming all night on the damn podcast, and that's why. So I was like, yeah, let me chill out with that shit.
so we're gonna have a calmer Predator,
yeah, it's
right?
gonna be a calm.
All right,
I
so
might go on a rant or something.
How's your Elite version 2 controller working out for you, bro?
Man, this piece of shit.
Damn.
So the little what was that button called we were talking earlier?
It's the little It's the little lever that adjusts your hair triggers. It's like hair trigger adjuster or something.
Yeah, that little lever underneath the little rubber piece fell off of that last night while I was playing Call of Duty, and then today this fucker won't even charge. This is why you need fucking batteries. So I don't know what the fucking problem is, but it's just not even powered on right now. So, and my coincidentally my warranty ran out like 2 months ago.
Oh, how long have you been had that thing?
I think I got it at launch. I traded in my other 2 Elites that were broken. Oh shit! I just realized this. I went through 6 original Elite controllers. If y'all remember that story. And now this motherfucker's out.
Dude, I think if I were you, I'd probably stick with the regular controllers, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna let it charge to the show and see what happens. I guess the light's not even on.
All right. Oh, I'm praying for that thing to work, though. By the way, because it is a great controller when it does work. Shout out to Sir X-Man hitting up that super chat. This one's for you, K Mega. He says, "Happy birthday, K Mega, 60 years old. Don't forget your hold on, Geritol." Oh,
he
you
said I
you
say
hit
that
60,
to him
huh?
all the time. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I told y'all this last week. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're talking about us old men like that. We still
Yeah, you can't talk about us like that. I mean, I'm not 60, but I mean, I'm here. I'm doing things. You know what I'm saying?
Old man strength.
Yeah, I got that old man strength and make love, and I make whoopee like I'm 20. It's all good.
Wow. Yo, guys, on that note, hold on, real
Make
quick.
whoopee.
Make whoopee.
No menstruation here.
He
There you
just
go.
aged himself by that terminology.
He
By the
did.
way.
He did totally.
That's like that's the
Oh.
Newlywed Show or something.
Yep.
Obviously,
Yep.
you're around the same age if you know what the show I got that from. So let's go.
Yo, the
Reruns,
host of that
reruns.
show looked like a disco vampire. Like,
He said a disco vampire.
yo, but shout out to Regulator hitting up that super chat one more time. We have to throw Jeff in the bushes. I miss E3, brother. I miss E3 as well. I cannot stand the Cold War. No Call of Duty pun intended on that one, but the Cold War for information and pricing when it comes to Microsoft and Sony with their next-gen consoles. I absolutely can't stand it. If we had E3, we would know it by now, man. I'm saying. But, let's get into the first topic. And just a few days ago, I believe it was the 23rd, so 4 days ago, there was an article about a game that announced as an Xbox exclusive, and that would be the game called The Gunk. Now, for people who follow this channel, you know, even before that announcement, where it seemed like it was a timed exclusive and all that good stuff, I was into that game. I thought that game looked really cool. I thought the graphics were good. Like, I can see myself playing that game, and I was excited for it. But 4 days ago, the developer came out and basically stated that they are going for the most powerful hardware, which is why this game is going to be on the Series X, but also the Xbox One and PC. So I'm wondering here as to why this game is exclusive and what the panel thinks as the reason to why this game is exclusive. And I'm going to start with Dark Optimus, since, you know, it's taken him time to save the world. I think he has some time to answer this question. So, Dark, first off, what did you think of the Gunk when we first saw it at, Xbox's game showcase? And why do you think it's exclusive? Do you think it has something strictly to do with the power of the machine, which I wouldn't necessarily say that, because I believe it's also going on Xbox One. But what do you think? How did this all transpire, in your opinion, bro?
Well, first off, it's Game Pass fodder, and more Game Pass fodder.
Wow.
No, actually, you know what? When I saw it, I actually thought it looked cool. I was like, you know what, this game is something that I think bot you would play. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's a Xbot game. But I thought it looks
you
cool.
Think
I
you
was
could
like,
read me now, huh?
just how you play your games.
I
Man.
play that PGA Tour. What up?
Yeah, but you like a lot of that offbeat type of different type of games, So
I have a feeling he didn't mean offbeat. He's trying to be nice right now.
I was definitely trying to be nice. But I think it looks good. It looks like it would be a fun game. The reason as to why it's exclusive, that's a good question, because when I saw it, I didn't look at it as being a multi-plat. I looked at it as being an exclusive for Xbox.
I think it was hinted that it was supposed to be a timed exclusive, and
I don't even think it was even hinted at the show. Like, no one, it was probably somebody on Twitter who was just like, "Yup, that's gonna be a timed exclusive," and then everybody ran with it. That's
but
that's
the
that's how that
announced
happened.
it 4 days ago that it's coming. And
Right,
shout out to Wilmy Hood, because Gaming Beyond the Box, Wilmy said that the reason why is because they can't get it to run on the PS5, which I feel, if it's coming to the Xbox One as well, I don't think that's necessarily the reason.
I don't think that's the reason. I think it's just they want, I think Xbox probably went to them and was just like, "Hey, we need this game. We want this game on our system. Would you be willing to just make it exclusive for us?" And you know what? The company was probably like, "Yeah, let's do it."
No money, no money past the hands. There?
Oh, well, I mean, of course, there's money involved.
Just
There's
did it
always
out of
money
good
involved.
charity, man. That's it.
You know that there's always money involved. Don't give me none of that shit, bot, fucker. But I think I think they were just like, hey, we need more exclusives. We need something that's gonna bring gamers in, and that's the beauty of
Oh,
Xbox.
actually,
This is
Juno
what else.
said it's only Series X and Windows PC, and from
That makes sense.
what I've seen from Juno's, that yeah, like I won't doubt what he's saying there.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right, so maybe it is the whole kind
Well,
of like power situation.
that and probably I think they realized like, hey, we need more exclusives, and and I think that game's is right up Microsoft's alley anyways, because it's I think it had co-op in it too, and the say what you will about the Xbox, but for co-op and multiplayer, Xbox has probably more of the um not quote unquote better games, but better servers, basically, like a better
Well, they have
multiplayer
their own
experience.
servers, like
Yeah, they have their own servers, they have their own, everything. So it's like you just have a better experience when you're playing on online with Xbox. At least I feel, because I think with PlayStation, I played multiplayer games, and you guys know I'm not a multiplayer guy. I played multiplayer games on PlayStation and Xbox, and to be honest, I've enjoyed more games multiplayer wise on Xbox than I have on PlayStation. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just
it's Xbox
the environment.
448 is in your party when you're playing online.
Maybe, I don't know. It's just I feel like there's just more fun to be had when you're playing it on Xbox than you do PlayStation when it comes to multiplayer. But definitely, with this game, it just seems like it was right up Microsoft's alley.
Nice, nice, brother. And on that note, I do want to shout out Sir X-Man one more time hitting up that super chat. And this is for Pred and his situation with the Elite controller. He said, Pred, call Microsoft. Been under a year, they will warranty it. I guess so. As long as you're not a year over your warranty, Sir X-Man believes that you can get another controller for it. So I don't know. I guess he said try that. Okay?
Yeah, I'll probably will.
All right. Well, then we'll go to you next, Fred. First off, what did you think about the gunk when they showed it at the game showcase? And as we're hearing from Junos, it's Series X and Windows PC only. So developers came out and said that we're going with the most powerful box. Do you believe that? Do you think there is something here with Microsoft trying to shore up some more possibly second party kind of like exclusives, because Martha is Dead as well is dropping PS5 support. I just want to know your thoughts about this in general. If you think it has something to do with the power, if it has something to do with Microsoft throwing around that wallet, or maybe a little bit of both, man.
It's probably a little bit of both. I think when Halo didn't make launch, they kind of said, hey, I mean, this game is supposed to come out in September, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
The gunk?
No, September 21. That's September 21. Sorry. So I was about to say they probably need something to launch the game with, because I thought the game came out this month, next month in September, but that's not a true statement. But they definitely do need some more games under their umbrella. So that's a start. Exclusive games, which is something we've complained about coming from them for a while. I wasn't really super impressed with the game personally. Like, it's one of those games I know I'll try, but I probably won't ever finish it unless it's just got an amazing story or something like that to it. But I just think that with the way Sony's been doing business, they've been sucking up all the marketing rights for these games and marketing it in a way where it just seems like it's not coming to Microsoft, coming to Xbox platforms, or they
shady.
They don't talk about it. They get extra shit on the game, or it gets like an extra 30 days before we get it on Xbox, like that kind of marketing. And I don't want Microsoft to go that way, but if they did, I would understand why. And they have the pockets to do it, So I know Phil doesn't want to go that route. But as far as the exclusivity of this game goes, I mean, it was talked about before, like that this was going to be an exclusive to Microsoft. He mentioned it in an interview. with Kotaku that it was going to stay on Microsoft's platform. So them announcing it now is just basically reiterating what he said before, because I'm sure they got asked the question a million times. Because that's what happens when a game comes and it's shown on a Microsoft stage. It's a multi-plat. But if a game's shown on a PlayStation stage, it's a exclusive. You know, there's always that. There's no like for some of the gamers out there. There's no line there. Like it's just like it's
That
either
Call of
gonna be
Duty exclusive.
well, no, not that. Like if you see like a first like for your first time seeing a game and it's shown on a PlayStation stage, everybody assumes it's a PlayStation exclusive. And when it's shown on Microsoft stage, it's always assumed that it's a multi-plat. And it's
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 titles from the PS5 event that people swore up and down was exclusive to PlayStation, but it only has timed exclusivity, which means like those games. I forget all the names of the games, but I know exactly what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, it just seems like we're not allowed to have exclusive games on our system. Like every time we get a nice looking game like Scorn, like that's coming in. Like you have to like pretty much come out like this guy did and say this game is not coming on PlayStation. You have to do that if it's an Xbox game. But if it's a PlayStation game, they won't talk about it. We're looking into it. You know, they like there's no the mind thought is it's just going to stay on their platform. Like it's never going to come to Xbox. And the first thing you see on the media is like, oh, look at that, another PlayStation exclusive. We're like, it's coming to Xbox at some point in time. But we have to argue that cause with them until it actually happens. So I don't know. The money thing, I think they do need to start breaking the bank and start doing this with a lot of the games that forward. Like try and get some games, even if they're second party, on your system that are not going to be on PlayStation.
Do you think this game is a good fit with the Xbox platform and stuff? Would you, if this was presented to you and you're running Xbox, would you be like, yeah, let me bust out this wallet here. How many zeros do you want on this check? Like, would you do that?
For this game, I mean, I have to see more of it. Like, and I'm sure they have behind the scenes.
Good point.
But I mean, I think like you have to start somewhere, so you have to build these partnerships. And like I think back in the day, in the when the Xbox first came out, we started seeing these second party games coming up, and like it seemed like to me, I thought Microsoft was like, we saw like Cuphead, and we saw like Ori, we saw those little smaller titles like that from Moon Studios and stuff. And I always thought that Microsoft was trying to get in the pockets of those younger developers instead, because they were cheaper to get, instead of going to like a EA or BioWare, because you buy something like that and you try and get an exclusive game from them that's only going to be in your system, it's going to cost a shitload of money.
Oh yeah.
I mean, could you imagine getting marketing rights for Red Dead and keeping it off of Sony for a year? How much money they would have to spend on that? So, but that you can go and get like that money that you spent on that, you could have gotten Moon Studios and Cuphead for that same amount of money, and maybe something else like Ori 2, And so I think that's what they were doing. They were going for the smaller companies instead of going for the big fish. You get a bunch of small fish because they're cheaper. You build that reputation with them. I mean, they did that in the past. I mean, if you think about
and
it,
as the developer evolves, because we all know, like when it comes to say developers like Naughty Dog, they when they started, they weren't the Naughty Dog that people think of now. You know what I'm saying? So developers evolve, they learn their tools, they hone their craft. So I'm actually a big fan of them investing early on younger developers and then letting them evolve under the umbrella. That's pretty much what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
All right,
and
cool.
you build up that trust with them. You build up that rapport with them, and they start liking you, and they want to continue working with you, and they fall in love with your company, and they want to stay. Versus like with Remedy and stuff like that, you have to fall out with all these other companies they worked with in the past, like Remedy, the guys that made Insomniac, games like those companies. They just hate Microsoft now. It seems like they're always passionate, so they had to start fresh.
Yeah, they have to get at him young.
Young tender meat.
Yeah, basically, gotta hone them to love us. But dude, I definitely can see that. I want to give a couple shout outs real quick. Shout out to my brother Iceman in the chat. What is up, bro? It has been a while. Good to see you, man. Of course, Christopher Hart, a moderator on this channel, is in the chat. What is up? Alo is in the chat. What is up, Albert? Blue Moon, what is going on? And everybody else, what is up, y'all? If you haven't done it yet, hit that thumbs up button. I'm actually really surprised. I only have 2 thumbs down right now when it comes to this show. That might be.
There's number 3 for you.
There goes 3 right there. Did you do that, Brad?
No.
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 Oh,
Yes.
yeah. You did. I hear the clicking, man. I hear the clicking. But yo, shout out to you guys, man. Always awesome seeing you guys in the chat. Let us go to K Mega, of course. K Mega, the Gunk. First off, I want to know what you thought about this game when they showed it at Game Showcase. Now it is an Xbox Series X / Windows PC exclusive. Like, how do you think that came about? Do you think it was strictly about the power? Do you think Microsoft is trying to kind of like pad their launch lineup in terms of the games that are coming out when the Series X comes out? Do you think it's a mixture of both? Where are you going on this, bro?
I don't know. I think it might be a mixture of both. I mean, we really didn't know when we seen it on the Xbox event with the third parties. If it was going to be like a timed exclusive or anything like that. I mean, there was a lot of questions, but I think it was a little bit of both. And you know what I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with it. I was impressed with it. I thought it looked really cool. Like, it, to me, if you really want to try to, and it's not, I'm not trying to compare it, but I'm saying in the sense of graphically, it seems like it's up there just by the little snippet for what we've seen up there with Ratchet and Clank. Because it was it had a very different art style, but it didn't look old gen. It didn't look like it would be a game that would, well, I should say the current gen. It looked like it would be, there was some certain things that came about of it that looks that it could be on the next gen consoles. And so
Graphically, it looked impressive.
Yeah,
let's be real.
It looked, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm not trying to compare it to. I'm saying it in the sense of just that art style that the Gunk has compared to that. Like, when people look at the game, I just said it and I forgot it now already.
Ratchet?
Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to get it together because
Are
I
you
haven't done
playing a
anything.
game, sir? Are you playing?
I was. But anyway, all right. So, all right, I'm done. Let me pause it. And so I was going through a hard situation. I'm trying to beat this stupid Battletoads on this Battletoad level. This is getting on my nerves.
Yo, I heard that is straight break your controller level.
Bro, it's insane. I'm stuck on this one damn stage. But anyway, but yeah, yeah, man. It's difficult. It's very difficult. But yeah, no, graphically, it looked really, really good. And a lot of people was even trying to, at that time when we seen the game, there was like, oh, that game is not going to look like that. That's just a trailer. But I don't think that was a trailer. I think that was the actual gameplay of the game. So yeah, it's a smart move. Will it be for everybody? No, it won't. But I am but I do like seeing Xbox starting to be aggressive. If you really want to get a lot of people's attention, then I would say for Bright Memory, that would be a game to try to get exclusive. That some games like that. We've seen something a little bit earlier. I know we'll be talking about Gamescom, but that Corvus game,
yeah,
that game looks so dope.
That's an exclusive, isn't it? Second party
deal?
No, it's not.
No. It's coming on PlayStation. Yeah.
See, that's why I asked, man. I didn't know.
Right. And so those type of games right there, especially Bright Memory. Bright Memory would be the one I think to get everybody to be like, oh, whoa, Now, if that's going to be in that launch window, because that's a new word. I didn't even know that. So that's a new word that we figured out today. Launched window.
Oh, is that like the first year or something like that? People are talking about now.
Yeah, I guess the first 6 months.
Okay. 6 months. All right.
Yeah, because that was brought up on a Gamescoms today. So and I was like, what? What the hell does that mean? But
you know why he did that though? Because if he'd have gave us a launch date, and they would assume that's when the PlayStation 5 was going to launch.
Right. That's why. I got it. But again, they were saying that the game was coming out in 2021. They didn't say it was coming out this year. So when he said launch window, that's what made me just kind of like, oh. Anyway, I'm going over. But I think it's a really good move. The strategy is smart for that type of game. It will get people interested. Of course, that game is going to be on Game Pass, so it's a win-win for Xbox, in my opinion.
Nice, man. And shout out to Regulator hitting up that super chat one more time, and he did that to say that he beat a Plague Tale. He said hidden gem in Game Pass. I started that, and I'm interested in it, man. I'm playing it. I'm gonna see if I get to the end on it. But I like the way it started, and then getting introduced to the kind of like rat infestation and stuff was really cool. And I like
it gets better and better.
I like the photo mode in it too, man. I can't lie. I have been a fan of taking screenshots lately, and that photo mode is really good. Is really good.
For that being a quote unquote AA game, that definitely is. I don't think it is, but I think it's more of a AAA experience that you get out of that game, because it may not have the combat per se, like other games do, but it's unique enough to where you gravitate towards it,
Nice. And Sir X-Man hitting up that super chat. He said, "Get that guy that made Wu-Tang versus Shaolin."
Yeah, please don't.
Oh yeah, do that.
Thank
that.
you.
No,
Thank
that would
you.
be great. That's great. And then give him the assets.
Please don't do that.
So he could get that game to be multiplayer.
Don't give K-Mega more fighting games to play.
I will agree to disagree on that one, bro. I don't know. But again, everybody, everybody's taste in gaming is different. So, shout out to you, brother. Yeah. All right, so let's go to Crispy on this one, man. Now, Crispy, we all know you're a Gears head. We all know you play Mortal Kombat. And yes, I have seen gameplay of you playing Grounded. So, I got to know what you think about this game, The Gunk. And then I'm going to ask you the way I ask every other panel member on here. When it came down to this, it's exclusive to Series X on console. How do you think that came about? Do you think it was Microsoft kind of opening up their wallet here? Do you believe the devs that, they went with the more powerful console, and that was pretty much that? It's the Series X. And what do you think about the devs coming out and just blatantly saying that, man?
Well, number one, I mean, it looked interesting. I want to know more, because there seems to be a story there. I mean, we don't understand this black gunk that, is being absorbed by her. It's intriguing, because it seems up my alley as far as, it being third person, and, the graphical style is interesting. It definitely is. But I feel like there's more we don't know, and I think that comes down to what they're doing. I mean, you come down to it, and you have the Series X, which is capable of certain things compared to the PS5. And you also have, when you scale to the Series X and you use, all of the assets involved, you're also building it for PC quite easily from what I've seen. So you think about it, it's easier for them to do these certain things. They're probably going to get a little help from Microsoft now. And on top of it, they probably get a check. So, it's a win-win for them. I don't feel, nobody's saying they're a huge development team, but at the end of the day, these are the games that, sometimes become gems on Game Pass. And I mean, if it's going to be on Series X and exclusive to the Xbox and then PC, they're going to throw it on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something that's intriguing. Like, especially if there's a co-op involved, stuff like that. It's right up Xbox alley to just, make it better and have a reason to have it exclusive. And people are going to enjoy it. I mean, at the end of the day, I watch kids go wild playing Battletoads. So people can, shit on the game all day. But
dude,
guess
I
what?
had a blast with the 12-year-old twins.
And is it for me? Not really anymore. Like, yes, I will sit down with my girlfriend and her son and play the game eventually. You know what I mean? But I just, I don't know. It's hard to play games by myself. And that's where I go and say, like, Battletoads, you need it online. Now, everybody's bringing up games that, or companies that they should buy or at least get exclusive. Game Science with a Black Myth Wukong go ahead and do it because
That game looks insane.
you want an Asian developer in your wheelhouse. Please give them money. I mean, just
Dude,
please.
what they didn't say what platform or platforms that game's coming out on, right?
They
Yeah,
did.
most like
They did.
it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming to all. It's coming everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
that looks bananas, dude.
And more of their game. I've talked about this on more of different occasions. This just shows that you don't pay attention. Maybe Fred might remember, but
Why Pred got the memory? I don't understand that.
well, because Fred's going to remember when he was talking about the Wind Road, and he went and looked that game up, and because there was a lot of people that was asking me because there was a gameplay that I was showing, and then they were
I got it.
right, and then there was a game that I was talking about called Gaijin 3 from the makers of that same studio.
I do remember.
And they're Chinese, and they're Chinese. They're not Japanese, and so they've been making these games, and they've been involved in their games, and to see what this new game looks crazy. So yeah, but the difference between that than trying to acquire, maybe a Japanese studio is that China is a different animal. I don't know what the policies would be for what Microsoft could do to work with them, but I totally agree with Crispy. Sorry to cut you off, but that would be the winning ticket. If anything, please get them. Their games are dope.
They better get
Their
them
games are dope, man.
We know Microsoft has an open checkbook at the end of the day. I mean, the Gunk seems like a very simple game to make, but clearly they want to make it the best they can be. And at the end of the day, you could look at these smaller developers; they're double A's, not triple A's, or they're third party, or they're who thought Moon Studios would still be making games exclusive for Xbox? Because they make gorgeous games, but something's going on in the back room. They're having their little meetings and stuff, and Microsoft is willing to help these smaller devs because at the end of the day, you have Game Pass, you have a reason to do it, and somebody's going to enjoy it, and that's the whole point of it.
I got you, brother. I think it's interesting. Like I said, I was excited for this game before any of this anyway. When I saw the gameplay, you heard Dark, and Dark thinks he knows me now as a gamer, and he's like, yeah, that's an Xbox game.
Yeah, but
right
you know
there.
what? Here's the thing. That's my kind of game, though, too. That's the thing. Because I when I saw the trailer of it, I was all like,
It's like a new Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, kind of. Well,
You know what I'm saying? With the vacuum cleaner on his back and I can definitely see that. I like the style. Maybe not so much like the player models themselves, but they can go in and kind of like fix that if they feel like that's not going to be, kosher for release or whatnot. But everything else, the backdrops and stuff look insane, dude.
I mean, I don't really mean to get off topic here, but I just kind of wanted to say this last little point here.
He learned that from K Mega, by the way.
No,
it's true.
I almost had him. He was almost dead. God damn it! Oh, he was almost dead. I can't stand. I gotta hear this dude go one more goddamn time. I'm gonna get crazy.
The funny thing is that the things that I see with Xbox and Microsoft and stuff is that you notice that a lot of the games they've been showing lately are a lot of horror games, like a lot of horror, a lot of psychological thriller type of games, and then when you see what PlayStation's showing, it's a lot of time games, like time loops and shit like that, and I'm just like, what's going on with these companies and their games? But I'm liking both sides of what they're doing, but because I do definitely want to play the medium. I definitely want to play, now that I'm looking at it, Martha is Dead. Like that's right up my alley with horror, so it's gonna be a good. I think this next generation is gonna have some really top tier games.
You had me at the medium, by the way. You didn't even have to throw in Martha is Dead. You had me at the medium.
The medium, dude, just looks so good. It's just like I'm a little still kind of skeptic about it because it's Blurb, and they made the last Blair Witch game.
Witch,
yeah. So it's kind of, but it feels like they it feels like what they would have done on Blair Witch is what they're doing with the medium, but it's like they put more heart and soul and budget into that game.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad you
feel
said
like.
budget. Like I heard heart and soul, I was
Yeah.
like, you better say money. You better say
Yeah,
money.
they put a lot more money into this game than they did the Blair Witch
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and yeah, I would say, in terms of an experience, Blair Witch isn't really that bad.
No,
but
it's not.
It definitely could have been a lot better. But
that's the thing.
I'll say.
How can you make a Blair Witch game and it be like really cool? Because like that fucking movies are boring as shit. Like I don't know why people like those movies so much.
Well, yeah, the movie was cool in the beginning when you didn't know if that was real footage or not.
Right,
like when it
right,
first came
yeah.
out. But then afterwards, you're like, oh, okay, I got that.
That's kind
Yeah.
of what Paranormal Activity did. I mean, it got
Or The
people
Ring.
for a little while. Yeah,
I
The Ring
hate
as well.
I hate those movies, man. Paranormal Activity. I hate those movies. Like it's like Saw. Like the first two were good, but then it's like after that it was like
I can't
You're
stand
beating
it.
the old drum, bro. You're beating it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
let's go.
Welcome to the next podcast, movie podcast edition, guys. Yo, shout out to Regulator one more time hitting up that super chat. He says, with Microsoft trying to purchase TikTok, which is a Chinese-owned company, Microsoft could have a good chance with purchasing a Chinese studio. Now, what I'll say to that, Regulator, is I think in and of itself, those are two separate issues, but if Microsoft plays ball with like the Chinese government, then they might have an easier time going into China and you know, talking to studios and stuff like that. So inherently those are two separate things, but with the whole Chinese government involved, I can see where more doors might open per se, you know, if they play ball with the Chinese government. That I will definitely agree with you on. But guys, let's get into some of the juicier topics. Gamescom had opening night live today, and of course it was opening night because it's over in Europe, I believe in Germany. But so it aired 2 p.m. the Lord's time, which is Eastern over here in the United States.
whatever. Dude.
Yeah, and
11 o'clock my time.
I did a live stream. They were promising some things. Jeff Keighley was talking about Ratchet and Clank, also seeing more about Destiny 2's new expansion. There was a pre-show that Jeff decided to kind of jump into the pre-show of his own show, and within that he was like, oh, it's not going to be complete shock and awe from like one side of the room to the other. He's like, but there are a couple surprises in here and whatnot. So, let me go to Predator. Predator. Dude, I think the chat needs to hear your thoughts and opinions on opening night live for Gamescom, hosted by Jeff Keighley. What did you think? Highs, lows, in-betweens? The mic's yours, bro.
That show was fucking garbage, man. I fell asleep. I'm not even joking when I say that. I literally fell asleep at that. The point where they were doing that World of Warcraft shit for it seemed like lasted fucking forever.
The little what do they call it? Animated short?
Yes.
Oh,
I fell asleep.
That was horrible.
I was like, this is some bullshit. And I never was able to focus on the show again after that until they got to some of the Destiny gameplay. The Ratchet and Clank gameplay was really good. I missed like the first 10 minutes. So I don't know what they opened the show with. But I mean, I was not intrigued by that show whatsoever. There was nothing in that show that even the Ratchet and Clank demo was the one we saw before. You know,
dude,
added a little bit more to it. It's
Can you say that
it or
one more
something.
time for everybody?
It's the same shit we saw before. So it's like, I mean, it was cool to see it again, but
Yeah.
I mean, I could have went on YouTube and watched it, you know, and seen it already.
Well, it was a bigger chunk of the same freaking
same
level.
Yeah. So I would think that if you're going to show a game like that a second time, a release date would have been nice to have at that point, because we've seen it twice now. You showed the same thing twice. Why are you here if you're going to show us this? If you brought the same fucking footage. They did talk about some of the development stuff of the game too, but I don't want to make this whole segment about Ratchet and Clank. But Again, the game looks good, so I'm not gonna knock the game, but the show in general, it just seemed off to me. The pacing was terrible. They had the awards made no sense. They called out the best
let people
Microsoft
know
game.
what exactly. Okay, you are explaining what you're talking about the whole awards thing.
So every now and then they pop in and say, "So this game won this award." Throw a fucking award in there, best ankles or whatever.
Kojima.
I was asleep for, so I don't really know if that happened or not. You're just joking. So, but like, it hit me when they said best Xbox game, and they announced what fucking game was it? It's not even out yet. Tell me why.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait.
That actually came out today.
Did it? Yeah. So, I mean, but how are you winning a best of anything at this point?
Did you see best PlayStation game?
It was
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Like, so like, how are you making a game the best of anything if it's not even fucking out yet? Like, no one's played it. No one's had a chance to get.
I guess the best of the show, maybe.
How is Tell Me Why?
Was it in the show?
How is Tell Me Why better than Cyberpunk on Xbox? Like, can anybody give me any reasoning to that?
No. But again, none of it made sense. Like that. I mean, I don't know. It's just none of that shit made sense to me. So the show sucked. Jeff Keighley can eat a bag of dicks. I don't like him anyway.
Wow. I love it.
I know. I want to go on my Jeff Keighley rant right now, and I know Ken Megan wants to too. Like, his comments about Game Pass the other day was some bullshit. I mean, he's obviously got a bias towards. I mean, we've known this for years, and it just frustrates me that Microsoft continues to kind of go to this guy for shit. Like, when are you gonna? How many times is your girlfriend gonna cheat on you before you finally beat her ass and leave her? Like, you can't sit there and let a guy do this shit to you on live air. He announced your console price last time, like shit like that. Like that, they should have blacklisted this dude, and tried to find somebody else to do a show. I mean, fucking, we'll do it if we got to. I mean,
dude, get Ricari again, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like, it just. Why do they keep going to this guy? Like, why do they keep putting trust in this guy? This doesn't make any sense to me. So, I mean, the show itself, I mean, it's just a money grab for him anyway. But I thought it was kind of slow. I didn't like the pacing of it. I didn't like anything.
Okay, you're still on Battletoads. I was wondering what that gamer pick was, real quick.
Yeah, still Battletoads. I forgot to change it. And then, what else was it in the show that got me?
That you liked? Maybe not Call of Duty, Medal of Honor VR?
No, I mean, I don't have a VR headset. I mean, actually, that game looked pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. But I thought they were bringing Medal of Honor back when I first heard that. I was like, oh, yes. Here's another military shooter for me. And then they let me down and made it VR. It's not, again, I don't have VR, so I really can't judge any VR game. I just like it. They're getting to the point where I'm like, that game was pretty cool. I might have to get VR headset. Like, they're getting there now. Because before, I was like, these games look like shit. I'm not wasting my money on a headset for these blocky ass fucking people. They're slowly getting better. I just don't really hear a lot of mumbling about VR anymore. You know, like last year around this time, and maybe the year before that, man, everybody like VR this, VR that. But like now, you don't really hear it that much. Like I haven't even heard.
Yeah, but I think you're getting more quality experiences with Half-Life Alyx and now. Yeah. Medal of Honor.
They're getting there. I'm not saying, because I know Battlefield, I think they have a VR thing coming out too. So I know they're getting there, but it's just like you don't really hear about it anymore. Like, you know, like I said, last year around this time, and everybody's hyping up VR and some of the stuff that's coming out. Like even Sony hasn't really discussed, at least I haven't heard anything about their VR on PlayStation 5. I haven't heard anything from them, so I don't know. Like maybe we're gonna get the same shit. I don't know. But that was a decent looking game though. Okay, so I don't know how this show's laid out. Like I know it's like 3 or 4 days long. So is there a show tomorrow, or are they gonna have something live on there tomorrow? The next couple of days?
Yeah, it's going to be a continuous thing every day for the next until I think Saturday.
Yeah, but this was opening night. The big things were gonna happen tonight.
Today.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because usually Gamescom, like, you know, you're there. You know, you start. It's like E3. You know, you'll have the show. One day it's like a big ass show, and then like the next couple of days people are actually playing the games and stuff like that. We're not getting that this year, so I don't know how they're gonna lay out the show as far as interviews go. I have to see what their schedule is before I can speak on that. But I just don't see myself, like, after this show. I really thought that we'd get some bigger news out of this show, and it's like we got a Ratchet and Clank, which we've seen before. We got Call of Duty, which was cool. There's a couple of decent looking games in there, but I don't know. I didn't
Dude,
like
they
the
had
show.
Xbox Game Studios, and like, what did you see the offerings for Xbox Game Studios? It was 12 minutes, and tell me why. That was pretty much from it. Like, dude, I was absolutely disappointed. There was nothing kind of like bigger from Xbox.
It's like they didn't even go. I mean, like, did they even? Maybe they were like, "Fuck you too, Jeff." You know, like, I mean, it could be a possibility. Not you say that. Like, I mean, I didn't remember seeing a lot of games from them
No.
on the show, and it's like, we also didn't get an announcement of their show, the Xbox show in September or whatever the fuck, if that's even happening still. So, like, I mean, at some point, these consoles have to say, "There's a price. Here's an in-depth look at our console," and we've been. And this is what I hate about missing E3 this year. We've been playing the waiting game for these announcements all fucking year long. And we're past the time now where we need to see the shit. Pull your dick out. Let's see it. Like, it's time. I don't know what the fucking problem is. Like, we're almost in September, and these consoles launch in 2 months.
Yeah. Hold on.
We don't have a price. We don't have a breakdown of the console. We don't have shit.
Yeah.
And
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, September.
Damn, it's creeping up on us, man.
Yeah, 2.5 months, 2 months at the most. I mean, 3 months right now. I mean, if it comes at the end of the month, but it's 2.5 months. Yeah,
we'd usually have everything because we'd have E3. I mean, it's kind of incredible. Like, E3 means something, people. I'm just saying.
Now, when the Series X
really
came out, like, you could pre-order in August. Remember
the One X?
The One X, the One X. You were able to pre-order in August. We haven't heard shit.
Nothing.
Well, actually, the thing is that they announced the pre-orders at Gamescom, which I thought was going to happen today, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Instead, they're sending emails, people.
Well, I will say, when it comes to Gamescom, the last few years, like at the beginning of this generation, Gamescom was known for having kind of like bigger announcements. PlayStation would be there, Xbox would be there, and they would have like a conference, they would have a show, and then it just kind of dwindled a little bit. So when it comes to Gamescom, I have, wait for it, lowered my expectations in terms of the announcements, but this is also a release year for brand new hardware in a quote-unquote brand new generation. So I was hopeful that we would see kind of like bigger announcements going in, especially since there's still a lot of things we don't know about each of the consoles. But at the end of the day, like, I did have lowered expectations, and even with my lowered expectations, this show did not even meet that level for me. There were some things I really did like. I think there was a game called Staggered that I thought it was crazy looking. There was like a unicorn blowing a fart and shit like that. Like, it looked really cool to me. Of course, Ratchet and Clank. That looks like a fun game. I never doubted that game anyway. I do think there are people out there, they get into the whole console war thing, and I think there are people that overly hype that game, even though it's gonna be an awesome game. I played the Ratchet and Clank on PS4, and I thought it was a good game. You know what I'm saying? It was one of my favorites. But people are championing that, in terms of the PS5 coming out as absolutely worth buying a new console over, and I'm not too sure on that. But that's just my opinion on there. But let's go to K Mega. K Mega, dude. Opening night live, man. Share your highs, lows, your thoughts, opinions. We want to know, bro.
Disappointing. I just made a post during the show. I made quite a few posts on Twitter, but the one thing I just said is like, look, E3 is king. That's all. I mean, this long wait is aggravating. I just hope that this isn't the new normal. I hope that for some way, shape, or whatever, where somebody will actually try to talk and convince developers and other people that this was the better way to go for gaming in the future, because I think what it's going to do is going to get people to where they're not even going to really pay attention to a lot of, except for the few shows that they're really hyped for. Because I mean, if you really think about it, nobody didn't really blow it out the water this year around. I mean, there was I mean, I would say for me, Xbox was the best, or you could even say DC Fandom. But I mean, they only just showed a couple of games. But DC Fandom as a presentation was the best. Xbox was the best gaming show. And then you could just go down from there. I would go and say Ubisoft, then Sony, then let all the rest just drop down, and Gamescom was just not that exciting. The one thing I kept thinking was when I was seeing the World of Warcraft thing, because I paid attention to the story because I thought that it had a cool sense about it, just like revenge, that the angel was upset and all that. I was like, okay, that's cool, but I'm like, as much money as Warcraft has generated, you couldn't do like just a cool ass animated or CGI like little thing to make people, because I mean, I get that some people do it, like on Fandom they did it with on DC Fandom they did it with the Black Adam thing, and it was just cool because you could tell it was The Rock, but I can't stand that type of animation. I mean, I'm not a drawer enough, so I'm not going to just dog it out and say that it looks garbage.
Like
but
that
it's just
semi-motion
not,
comic book type thing.
I'm not a fan of it. I really wasn't a fan of that, and I was just like, they missed the moment, I think, of pulling people in. If it was like a straight up animation, or if it was CGI, when you see some of these long CGI trailers that they have, or intros for when you boot up those games on PC, they're so epic. Like, I think a lot of people would have enjoyed it if it was in that realm. But I was just like, wow, what a cheap way just to take away time. Like, that was just terrible.
Dude, it was straight filler. That's it. That's all it was.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was just filler. And I was just like, damn. And then let me just get straight to it right now. Jeff Keighley, man, I you know what I'm saying? Look, I appreciate what the man is. I mean, look, he's got me stuttering, man, because I want to watch my words.
He's like,
I don't
how
want
am I going to approach this?
How I'm going to approach this, right? Like, I appreciate the man's work.
Tread lightly.
I appreciate the man's work, right? Because I've been watching ever since game trailers. But at some point, some way, shape, or form, it's like for somebody who is a pro Xbox gamer and an Xbox gamer first, I can't take none of his shit seriously because his motions now, like, okay, when I'm watching the news, my favorite type of anchors are the people that when you listen to them, they may be on whatever channel that they are on, but when they talk, you don't know if that person's a Republican or a Democrat. They're just talking about the news. You don't get that with Jeff. You already know his body language lets you know who he runs with, what he supports. Back in the days, I didn't really catch that back in game trailers. But then when it came to this generation, when he started doing stuff with Michael Pachter and stuff, and he started really coming out more about for PlayStation, I was like, damn. But his body motion now is just so apparent. Like when right before he did the Ratchet and Clank thing, right? He tried to talk about Game Pass, and he had his hand in his pocket. He, looking down, no excitement whatsoever. But then right after he knew that he got done talking about talking about Game Pass, the next thing you know, here we go. Wow, we got something really fantastic for you, man. We playing on this controller, and how can you implement that? And I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Like, this dude sit there and just, like, I don't know, man. His shows, he's one of the bigger. He's I guess maybe the biggest draw right now when it comes to
everything.
events.
Yo, K-Mega, with everything going on in the world, and I said this after the live reaction when we were talking about it. I feel like Jeff is using this as an opportunity to get kind of like a bigger foothold in the gaming industry and to have like a bigger name within the gaming community.
Well, I
Like,
think his name has already been, a synonymous. I mean, he has been in the gaming business for a minute. Like I said, I appreciate the work that he does, but it's gotten to the point now that his thought process. See, like when you go back and if anybody that hasn't really paid attention to game trailers back in the 360 PlayStation 3 era, you didn't know if he was on this level. Right now, you already know. Like his voice, the way that he says certain things, and the way his mannerisms, the things that he's coming to approach, and like Fred said earlier, the stuff of leaking out the price point and all this other stuff was so bad that Microsoft had to move their venue so they wouldn't have any more people leaking out information. Like that shit to me is kind of like, what in the world is going on? And this guy keeps continuously wants to navigate because he has a big long standing in the gaming industry and a lot of people respect him. But he also is really quick to start capping for PlayStation. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. And this is the thing that trips me out, right? He gave one little point about that game, the 12 seconds or the 12 minutes or whatever. He was like, oh yeah, that's going to be an Xbox exclusive. That's pretty interesting. That game is going to be pretty interesting. And that was it. But when he started saying something about whatever that was going to be on PlayStation or anything else, he put a lot more emphasis behind it. And it's like, I don't know if it's because of what happened, because maybe there could have been a riff after the pre-show for the Xbox showcase. Because I would damn sure make that call and say, look, what the hell are you doing bringing people over to just dog out our show and all of that other crazy business? So the Jeff Keighley thing, man, it's exhausting. Like I said, I respect the man's work, but it's evident that Xbox should definitely go somewhere else. And maybe that's one reason why Jeff Keighley wasn't giving Xbox the props, because they're doing their own show.
Can you imagine like Ricari and Alana Pierce taking over on like Xbox shows?
Hell yeah, sounds good to me.
That would be great. Or try to see if you can pull Olivia Munn back, or any of the people from the G4, the G4 or the gameplay era. You know what I'm saying? Morgan Webb, or any of these other people. You know what I'm saying? You can even get old girl from Jessica Shobot. Any of these other people that you don't really get this sense of, I'm a PlayStation or
favoritism.
PlayStation fangirl, or I'm an Xbox fangirl or boy or whatever. You're a gamer. When you watch those old shows on G4, you didn't know if Adam West was. I'll say Adam West. If Adam Sessler, the great one,
Batman.
you didn't. I know. You don't know.
He is Batman.
I mean, he is Batman. You didn't know. But Adam Sessler, you didn't know that he was a PC guy first. Nobody knew that until they started digging behind his shit and started threatening him because he gave Forza 5 a better rating than a PlayStation game. That's what you want. You don't want anybody to come out and to give you this impression that this is what I like first. This is what it's all about first. I'm gonna give these games higher scores and these games lower scores because of the platform. That to me is gross. That's where IGN has lost I lost the respect for IGN, because it's to catering more than it is to do, more than it's just going back to the root of why we watched reviews and things like that. So, the show overall, like I said, it was disappointing. There was a lot of stuff there was a couple of trailers. The Outsiders is really one of those games that I really wanted. That game
crazy.
Looks really dope.
That's looking crazy.
Yeah, that looks really, really dope. But I mean, we've already seen trailers from that. It was a lot of rinse and repeat. And the last point is because there was a lot of other stuff that was there. I thought the was kind of cringy, but it was cool to see dude from Back from the Future, but it was still kind of cringy because the game that they showed was awful. I guess it's
dude, Surgeon Simulator 2. You stop with that. You stop with that, bro.
Bro, man, I'm a streamer and I'm not streaming
dude,
that.
They put an arm where the guy's head was supposed to be, and that looked awesome, man.
No. But yeah, no. I'm not digging that. But there was somebody that made a point.
Bought that game actually.
Really?
Yeah.
There was a point that somebody made on Twitter that said, well, they showed Ratchet and Clank because that's the most popular game. No, it's
Most
not. If they were
popular?
going to show the most popular game, it would have been Fallout. It would have been the Fallout guys. If that was
Fall
if
Guys.
that-
Fall Guys.
I mean, Fall Guys. Yeah, I said
Which
Fall
they
Guys,
did
whatever.
show season 2 for Fall Guys as well.
Yes. But from what somebody said that was in chat that was trying to defend why did they show Ratchet and Clank and it really wasn't a new trailer. What the hell?
Well,
Like,
see,
I mean,
yeah,
it was only like 30 seconds extra. I mean,
K-Mega,
the game
that
looks
was my
fantastic,
thing,
but
was
dang.
they showed basically the same level, and even going through the part of the level that they showed for, like, its reveal, but just more of that same level. Like, I would like to see if there was a really different world in there, like, throw a
Me
different
too.
level in there somewhere, man.
It did. Now you did see improvements from what they showed, which shows them that they're working on the game, from when they were going in between worlds. That part was cool, but in which they're still developing for the game. That's fine. But again, it's the same damn trailer, just added some more stuff. You gave the spice. You gave this hype that you were going to be showing something new. 30 seconds of the same level is not like something to be rejoiced where you just see, oh, wow,
Yo,
I see press start. Damn.
K-Mega.
No, man. No,
K-Mega,
bro.
did you see the Mothman character in the 15 seconds of gameplay for Godfall?
Yes. That was, and it looked like the person who was playing it messed up, so they just cut it off real
They
fast.
just cut it off. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like, yo,
yeah,
that was
like,
it?
I think that's a female character because the way that it was shaped or whatever. But listen,
boobs.
it is what it is. It is. It was it was a boo thing. But regardless, it is what it is. I just disappointing show. This E3 is king. I can't wait for E3 to come back because this ain't it. And to your point of saying with the prices and shit like that, this is getting bad. Xbox, PlayStation, get your heads out your ass and start letting us know the price. Somebody have the balls to stand up and say, this is our price. We're sticking with it. Just do it. Just
come on,
do
Sony.
it.
Come on, Sony.
Yeah, come on. So, I'm betting Sony to go first and to say, this is it. Now, Xbox do it. If Xbox is so concerned, just say $400, shock the damn world, and then Sony ain't going to beat that. Sony is not going to go to $400. You win.
Come on,
So,
Sony.
I don't know.
Show the price. Announce the
Show
price.
us the
on it.
goddamn price. All
Yo,
right,
not for anything, but I'm kind of rooting for Sony to go first because they never go first. Let's be real. Like that's one of my things, man. They never go first. So you know what? I want both of them to announce it, but I want Sony to go first. I'm sorry,
Christopher
man.
Hart, you know what the launch window means because I had to figure it out.
Dude, I had to close the launch window because we had severe thunderstorms and the rain was getting in the house. Yo, let me hit up these super chats real quick.
You're so stupid.
You're
so stupid.
Yeah, let me hit up these super chats. Sir X-Man hitting up that super chat. He said, I got Tony Hawk, tell me why, and golf. I'm happy now. Yo, brother, that golf game, straight fire. Absolutely love that golf game, bro. Shout out to Harry Balls, one of my favorite names to say in the chat. He says Jeff was talking about Game Pass was like basic cable without the premium channels. This trash was like basic TV with aluminum foil as the antenna. Damn, Harry.
He took it back.
Damn, you went in on that one, yo. Hold on, I got another one here. Shout out to Erotimus. Yo, thank you, brother, for hitting up that super chat. He said, did you not see the trailer for Unknown 9 Awakening? It's an Xbox exclusive? I wasn't sure if it was
I don't know. I
an
didn't see
Xbox
any
exclusive,
information.
but
Yeah, I didn't even say like what game.
I didn't even say it was going to come on. But yeah,
But check
that was
this
a nice
out.
looking trailer, though.
it looked interesting, but we obviously didn't see any gameplay. I like what they're trying to go for in that, or did we see gameplay?
No,
No.
It was a really dope looking trailer.
Yeah.
And I thought COD looked good. COD looked great. Like, I mean, you showing old man
Dude,
Reagan.
that Ronald
looked
Reagan
good.
is the best
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan I've ever seen anybody create.
That
yo.
looked better than the real Ronald Reagan. Like,
Yo,
bullshit. So, yeah.
That Ronald Reagan is running for president in 2020. Yo.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm not voting for that bastard.
Yo,
Hell
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
He's resurrecting Ollie North and everything.
Trickle down system? Come on now.
Wow. And yo, shout out to Sir X-Man hitting up that super chat one more time. Show me Twisted Metal and I'm in. Do it, Sony.
Yeah,
you heard that, Sony?
I agree with that.
You heard that, Sony? Do that. Show Twisted Metal. All right. Let's see. Who do we got next here for Gamescom? You know what? Let's go change of pace here. And that's only because me and him were talking behind the scenes. Let's go to my West Coast brother, Dark Optimus. Dark, give us your opinions on opening night live for Gamescom. And I think you might have a different opinion than the last couple we just heard, bro.
It was fantastic, dude. What are you guys talking about? I don't know what you guys are talking about, man.
Thank you. This is my last show on Next Podcast. Good night.
I'm out.
We got fraud. Somebody's getting paid. There's Russian collusion going on around here.
Hey, you're not supposed to be.
He's got one of those
business people. Okay?
He's rocking one of those new PlayStation 5 gamer chairs right now, man. Like,
He got the PlayStation invitation. I know. I got you, brother.
Yeah.
nah, bro. Yo, share your honest opinions, your highlights, your lowlights, everything like that, bro.
Honestly, for show presentation, it was trash. It was terrible. But some of the games that really kind of like stood out to me was like, Dragon Age. They kind of like, they didn't show anything, but they showed like, what they're going to be doing with the game. So that was
real quick, Dark, with Dragon Age. Good. I had Jamie Moran with us, and you know him. He's a Dragon Age fan as well. And this is what he said about Dragon Age. He's like, oh, they're showing sketches and kind of like pictures of things.
Kind of what they were.
He's like,
basically what they're showing.
He's like, that's what they do, and then the game comes out. You buy the game and you get disappointed. That's what he said happens with Dragon Age, man.
Yeah, that's the thing with BioWare. Like, it's hard, man, to tell what they're gonna do with their next game. Because especially with Anthem not being as good as people expected, especially me. I expected it to be a lot better than what it was. I mean, it was fun, but it wasn't like, I guess I was just expecting more from the story wise with that game. But I think they had, what else did they had? I think there was a lot of stuff that like after the show that I liked, like the werewolf game. I know I saw a trailer for that before, but that werewolf game looks fucking sick. I can't wait for that. What else was there? There was
let's see.
It's really hard.
Destiny 2 expansion, dude.
Destiny 2 expansion did look good. I definitely think that. But that's the thing with Destiny, like that game. Every single time, even if I'm like, no, I'm not gonna buy the next expansion, I always fucking buy the next expansion just because it's just like it pulls me in somehow.
Well, you don't have to on Xbox. The next expansion is gonna be in Game Pass.
That is true, yeah. But I think what else did they show? God, dude. I guess it really wasn't much.
VR. That was something that really.
Yeah, Medal of Honor. I mean, of course, Medal of Honor looks good. Call of Duty looked good. I mean, Call of Duty, but I mean, we saw Call of Duty yesterday. But Call of Duty really, looks, graphics wise, looks next gen.
I'm not used to that, bro. I am not. The last Call of Duty, this Call of Duty, I even said it on the live stream. I'm not used to Call of Duty looking good. Like, at all.
It's hard, man, because before they're I don't know what it was with their engine, but
they're using the Xbox 360 engine.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't good, but Doom Eternal, the Ancient Gods expansion looked good. Of course, I'm excited for that.
Damn you!
What else was there? Star Wars Squadrons. Like, I mean, I love Star Wars, so like, I mean, I don't really like pilot games, but I mean, I'm definitely probably gonna check it out because it's Star Wars, like it's Star Wars. Ratchet and Clank. I mean, yeah, it was the same trailer, but or same gameplay, but it's still, it still looks good. Let's see, Teardown.
Teardown.
I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "You like that game?" But Teardown looked like a game I would actually play. I was just like, man, it looks like Minecraft but with destruction.
Dude,
I'm
K
right.
Mega,
I'm
we
right up
we
with
we
that.
were
Yeah,
watching
I was
that
just gonna say
gameplay
that,
on
yeah.
Flamish's
On
show.
Flaming, yeah, he's the first one that brought that up to our
Yes,
attention. Yeah,
yes.
really cool, though.
Actually, yeah, really cool game.
yeah, really
Yeah,
cool game.
it looks really cool. So I'm like kind of excited to play that. I mean, Fall Guys Season 2. You know, like, I mean, if you guys haven't played that game yet, you probably should because
I have not.
it's a fun game.
I don't play games on PC, sir. I'm sorry.
Well, it's on PlayStation as well, but
Yeah, I sold mine though,
I know.
and you never bought me a new one.
Well, you know,
It was up to you, bro.
We can't all be, you know.
You are the
saints,
reason
okay?
why I'm not playing Sony greatness. You are.
I
if
mean,
you didn't give me another one.
there was
It's a
another one.
multi-plat. It can't be Sony greatness.
There was another one.
When's it coming out
after-
for Xbox then?
Probably next
I'm
year.
not sure. Yeah, probably next year. Yeah, I mean that's definitely a game that's gonna hit Xbox eventually.
Yo, Chris, how come I'm not surprised that you're hooked on Fall Guys? I'm just saying,
no.
not
No,
surprised.
Fall Guys is a lot of fun. Fall Guys is definitely a lot of fun. Origami, that was after the show. That looked really good. Origami 2. If you played the first one, you'll like the second one. That looked good. It's an indie game. I know I'm not very much for indie games, but I like that one.
Yo, Dark, did you watch the pregame at all?
I did watch the pregame.
Dude, what
I
do
did
you
watch
think
the
about
pregame.
Quantum Error?
Dude, Quantum Error looks like fucking shit.
Oh, dude,
Like,
it's
I mean,
so
I love
trashy.
horror games. I love horror games, and I love like kind of like what they're doing with the game, but the way the game looks does not look good at
It
all.
is not
looks like
visually
something that
pleasing at all.
it looks like something that could have been on PS3, Xbox 360. You know, like that's the kind of game it looks like. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like,
Holy shit.
Damn, bro.
"It does, dude." I'm sorry, but it does.
It
Like,
looks like Fear 1 with ray tracing, dude.
right, exactly. But I mean, I love Fear, but like, you know, do I
Fear
want
2
to play
was
that
the
game again?
GOAT in the franchise, by the way.
Yeah, Fear 2 was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridge Constructor, The Walking Dead. I was
What
like,
the hell
what
was
the
that?
fuck is this? I was all like, what the fuck? Why?
Dude, somebody
Why?
dropped acid and just had two
Yeah,
random thoughts and slammed them
Totally.
together.
Totally.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised that show's still on, to be honest with you.
Somebody, yeah,
Lord.
yeah, especially that show, yeah.
The Walking Dead
frickin-
bridge building game.
Yeah, it made no fucking
Build the
sense.
bridge.
Made no sense.
Yo,
Made no
phone-
sense.
it's like a phone game.
At least it was like a skim by kind of game, you know. You just skim by it, you know.
Yo, Dark,
kinda
Dark. Somebody on the live stream in the chat, and if you know Walking Dead, then you'll know this reference. He was like, "Just put Rick on the bridge, and we're good."
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's damn
Yeah.
truth.
I think Rick is supposed to be coming back. I don't know. I haven't watched in a while, but yeah.
Well, he's supposed to have his own movies or some shit like that, and then they're supposed to bring him back or some shit. I don't know.
Well, they took, but Michonne's
They're taking way
gone.
too long. I know.
Yeah,
They're
like, I
they're
mean, there ain't
taking
no reason.
way too
Everybody's
long.
gonna be gone by the time Rick comes back. He ain't gonna save the show.
I know. But what was the
His daughter
other
gonna be
game?
40
There
by
was
the time
one
he
more
come
game.
back.
Oh yeah, the fucking like they got me all excited because like they showed Back to the Future. You know, they played the music. I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude, another Back to the Future game. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited. And then all of a sudden they're like Surgeon Simulator. I was
Dude,
like,
they have nothing to
my
do with each
God!
other.
Yeah.
Oh my
Gotta
god,
tie it in,
dude.
he's a doctor. Is he?
Oh.
Oh my god. That was
I mean, yeah,
Scott!
he's Doc Brown, but he's not a doctor of medical. He's a doctor of science. Like, it's just it made no sense at all. Like, I was just like, nice try, but you know, you're not gonna get me to buy that game just because of that. But
It was cool to see Doc, though. It was cool.
yeah,
to
it was
see
cool.
Doc.
It was cool to see him. I mean, even like, I know The Sims 4 had that Star Wars like
Pass.
expansion pass or whatever. You know, like it was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, like whatever. You know, it wasn't like something that really, like nothing really kind of like stood out.
It was just meh.
You know, too much. It was more like like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll play that game, or oh yeah, I don't know about that one, or it was a lot of just kind of like, nah, it was kind of like Game Pass, just filler.
Oh, damn, with that cheap shot at the end, yo. Oh, my goodness, Dark. Yo,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to say, on that note, I'm going right to Crispy real quick. And, Crispy, I think Dark stole a little bit of your thunder with that whole Doom DLC.
Right, bitch.
Yeah. Screw you, buddy.
Yo, quick,
okay,
before Crispy, before you go in, I just want to hit Sir X-Man hit up the super chat one more time. He said, "I want my Battlefield 6, no Call of Duty, please."
Facts.
Really? Even with Reagan, the actor Ronald Reagan. You don't? Oh, okay. But Crispy.
No, he doesn't want that trickle down system, man.
I'm hoping they're gonna have Oliver North DLC.
Ronald Reagan put more black people in prison than anybody.
That is true.
Oh yeah,
that is true.
The crack era.
You're absolutely right.
Crack era. They can't talk about Biden. They can't talk about Clinton. They can't talk about nobody. You gotta talk about Reagan. Reagan birthed it.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
I wonder if Ronald Reagan went to Epstein's Island. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
You never know. Him and Nancy sitting back having a
All right, well, check it out, Crispy.
Epstein, tear down this wall.
Oh, my God.
He said, I can't, the kids will run away.
I'm not gonna follow that up.
Going left.
Oh, my bad. All right. I'm watching I'm about to watch.
Tear down their wall.
Oh,
Oh
done.
boy.
done.
Boy.
Tear down
All
that
right.
swing set.
See, hey, when everything goes black, and then you like, oh shit, there ain't no, I ain't said nothing.
I was gonna say
No,
something.
leave it alone.
Yeah.
Let's go to gaming.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Keep going.
Hey, man,
Reel it back
I've
in,
already
gentlemen.
seen that, dude.
Reel it back
Crispy,
in.
you're gonna have to follow that up, bro. We need your thoughts and opinions on opening night live with Gamescom. The mic's yours, bro.
Well, I'll tell you this. Number one, I've been working the whole day, so I didn't watch the whole show. I watched the tidbits, the things that I was interested in. Number one was Ratchet and Clank, A Rift in Time. Okay? And it was the same damn gameplay, except an extra maybe 30 to a minute, somewhere between there, of extra gameplay. So you're touting it as gameplay that you've already shown. That annoys the hell out of me. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. They showed gameplay, but guess what? It was already shown. So when you're touting gameplay and you already show it, let's have the same freaking narrative. Let's be real about it. Let's think about it for a second.
Same energy?
Oh, same energy. Oh, how about that? Oh, wait. It's still just another Ratchet and Clank. Just a little SSD involved. Holy crap.
Oh,
That made it sound dirty.
I know, it sounds a little dirty.
Oh,
I like it dirty. I like dirty.
The
Go ahead.
SSD is there, people. Oh, yes. It shows next gen. It does. But I want to see, because everybody touts PlayStation with their realistic graphics and everything else, I want to see a realistic graphic single-player game come from PlayStation that does the same type of things. And I think, personally, this is where the medium is going to change the game. This is the reason why they said we're developing with Series X only, because they're going to show things that you haven't seen before. And that's where I go and say, you know what? These games, you could say they're developed for, they're ready to go. A lot of people are saying that Ratchet and Clank is ready to go. I don't believe that when you show the same damn gameplay for most of the show that you showed. Number two, Xbox, get your shit together, okay? If you're not going to play nice with Jeff Keighley, don't do it. End of the story. Just don't even do it. Don't even be there at all. Tell me why it just came out. I got a lot of people that are already enjoying the game, absolutely enjoying it, my girlfriend included, and it's not my bag, and I understand that. So Xbox, just don't do it. Just don't. Number 3, Doom Eternal.
Woo!
Gods looked like, oh, they're going in a different area.
Dude, he went underwater.
It's only part 1. So they're doubling down on DLC content rather than making you do microtransactions, at least with Doom Eternal. That makes me interested, because at the end of the day, we've seen the fire, we've seen the gorgeousness that is Doom Eternal, but you haven't seen what they can do in a darker setting, and that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So I'm totally interested in what they're going to do with that, because Bethesda needs to step their game up, and at least with Doom, I feel like they showed enough to say, hey, there's new weapons, there's new ways to play, this and that. They're giving you a reason to go back in the game, and that's really cool. Little Nightmares 2 actually grabbed me a little bit.
That looked creepy as man. I'm down.
Like horror. It could be like, you know, a psychology type thing. Like it could be like a little like it reminded me of freaking watching the Munsters with the hand running behind you. Like and then all of a sudden you're going into a log just rolling behind you and about to squish you. Like that was really cool, and it looked co-op from what I saw. So
I did see
that's
two,
really cool.
2 characters running at points in time.
Yeah,
so.
and that looked really cool. And it's a simple little game, but at the end of the day, it really can get people involved. You could laugh, you could be scared together. Like that's always cool.
There's definitely an atmosphere to that game. It's like creepy cute almost. It's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
they could get so many different people involved in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And then you know, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Dark, and say Quantum Error is a PlayStation game, and I was like, okay, now you're showing me something different. Keep in mind, that was the one game I saw on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And it looked as good as it could be on my phone. Yeah, and like I said, I said it when we started. Like I'm taking tidbits of what I saw, and that's because I got out of work and it was like, oh, I got to do a podcast in an hour. Let me try to catch up.
Let me get some information in, yeah.
But because I already have Doom Eternal, thank you, Xbot, by the way. I'm gonna go and do what I said I was gonna do, and I'm gonna complete it. Even though I'm not a single player gamer, never have been, probably never will be, at least as long as they keep giving me games that I can play with people.
Brother, I'll let you in on a secret. I haven't beaten that game yet either, man. Destiny has taken up my life.
Well, and that's
then,
weird for me too, bro. Like, that's
how am I a fraud? I have the game. I can beat it whenever I want.
I can't be mad at him. I can't be mad at him because
you can't call me that
challenging.
Shit.
Wait,
Doom Eternal is challenging. If you don't play on easy mode, you are
easy
challenged.
mood.
Easy mood.
Damn, is that what we got going on now?
Down,
Easy
some
mood.
music
Yeah,
down.
you gotta be
King
in the
Diamond.
grass, some Barry White, Ozzy Brothers, and play
Yo,
games on easy. You know what I'm saying?
Your most anticipated
Hey,
game.
baby.
Your most
We're about to play
anticipated game this
Doom
year.
Eternal.
Hey,
Doom
bro, what's going on?
You did not
about
beat
to, we're gonna play some Doom Eternal.
It's a DLC
I want
that
you
will
to
get me
enjoy
back
the
in
ride
the game,
as
because
I
now
take
I have
this
more to
gun.
make.
and slide it into this demon's brain, baby.
I can't
Wow.
believe you haven't beat.
Wow.
He said easy mood. I'm like, what's going on here?
It's a
Damn,
mood.
Crispy,
It's a mood.
Crispy wants to see his girl right now. That's
I know,
you
man. Man.
Well, I don't play on easy, so I don't know. You got to have the mood for it, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I just took it there.
Guys, Snap is home.
But I'll tell you right now. I
you gotta be
mean,
quiet.
I mean,
Probably-
the
probably
show's
a
over
game.
now. What's going on?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
probably a game that I'm gonna probably play.
No,
I'm gonna
I
play
believe she
more.
just did a float today, so.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the hell that is. That must be a Connecticut thing. I don't know what y'all do over there,
Oh
but
my
that sounds wild, and I don't know. Maybe that's like what Crispy's doing. Turn off the lights.
Full logs. That's about it.
Flow. Yeah. I mean, what are you talking about? Get a flow.
Well,
What the hell
you
is
gotta
that?
be. You know what?
What is that?
Well, you know what? You're talking shit, but you're playing Battletoads in the hardest difficulty, and you're about to throw your controller.
I
and
cut
you're
that shit
stuttering.
off, and now I'm
You're
just playing
stuttering.
Battlefield so I can shoot shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit
Exactly.
messing with my mental. I'm
but
tired of
That's
that.
why these guys are
point.
arguing. Hit that thumbs up button, people.
That's
No,
the
I'm just
point.
tired of that goddamn spaceship bastard. I
can't
dream
believe-
about him doing it. I want to kill him so bad. He's so close, and he's just like. Okay,
I
I'm
can't.
sorry.
That's where I'm like, I can't play that game by myself. I've
Whoa.
watched enough where I'm like, nope, I can't do it. Like, and that's where I hate that it's not online. That sucks. Like, because I would absolutely play it if there's other people to play with. Because we would laugh at our deaths. We would have a lot of fun. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things where like, when you're constantly dying by yourself, it's like, well, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way it goes. But that's where I love, like, you know, they did show diversity. I understand everybody said, and they showed a lot of like Dragon Age 4, like that was just like a complete and total like let's talk the whole time. Like that's annoying. And
No,
stupid.
they showed
You know
sketches
what I mean?
as well. They didn't just talk.
Oh, sketches. Oh, okay. All right. So you couldn't even show a cinematic or something. Like that's where we go and say you have the lesser of two evils and this and that. But if all these PlayStation gamers have said, hey, it's just another Gears, hey, it's just another Halo, well, guess what? Ratchet and Clank been around a lot longer. Just letting you know. So stop playing games, okay?
Actually, I think Halo's been around a lot longer.
I was
Ratchet
trying to
Clank-
think.
No, Ratchet and Clank came from the
No.
PlayStation 1 era.
Yeah, dude,
No, it didn't. No, it
Yes,
didn't.
it
It
did.
came from the PS2 era. What the fuck are you
No.
talking about?
PS2.
Ratchet and Clank was started in the fucking PS2 era. The fuck are you guys talking about?
Okay, all right, cool. But damn,
Beginning of
I would
PS2
fact
era.
check that, but I'm a lazy bastard. So
I'm going through it
In
right
2002. The first release of Ratchet and Clank was in 2002, and Halo came out in like 2000. I think 2000 actually.
now. 2001.
all right, so they're close, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And
I
how
guess, yeah.
how
Okay, you're
many
right. Here's
Ratchet
your
and
fucking
Clanks
cookie.
came out?
I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna look at that right now.
Halo came out November 15, 2001.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I was giving
So-
you 2000 just to be nice.
Just saying.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
You
10,
already went
11,
over.
12, 13,
Holy shit.
14, 15, 16, 17, and
Set-
then 18.
18 Ratchet and Clanks?
Right here.
Holy crap.
Yep. Ratchet and Clank 2002, which you were right. And then it goes Ratchet and Clank going somewhere, and then it's Ratchet and Clank crank up. Yep, crank up something.
Crank that.
Then it's Ratchet Deadlock, Ratchet and Clank going mobile, Ratchet and Clank size matters, Ratchet and Clank Futures Tools of Destruction, Secret Agent Clank, Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty.
Holy crap.
Shit, that might be my game right there.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank a crack in time, Ratchet and Clank for All for One, Ratchet and Clank Collection, Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault. Let me keep going. Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, Ratchet and Clank Before the Nexus, and then
Damn.
Ratchet and Clank that was in 2016, and then now it's
in the
Ratchet and
Nexus
Clank.
and Nexus on the side of the Nexus and
18, ladies and gentlemen, 18.
yo,
18.
nobody
Keep that same energy,
nobody should be
motherfuckers.
talking about how many Halos are out. Yo, I am so sorry. Sorry.
There's more
Thank you,
God. There's more
K-Mag,
God.
bro, for doing
right.
the research. Appreciate it.
There's more God of Wars too. I just wanted to let people know that too. But anyway, keep going. I'm sorry.
No. You know what? You nailed it in the coffin, bro. I'm sorry.
Chris is
And you know what?
smiling right now. I can
I
hear
like
it.
what I saw, but at the end of the day, it's just another game that we've already seen, and they've done this. Both companies have done this so many times. We want to see new stuff, and sometimes you need to take those AA those developers that don't have the money, and you invested them, and you might get a new franchise out of it. I'm just saying.
Oh, all right. Well, Crispy, if you've round up kind of like your thoughts and opinions on Gamescom, we can move on to the next topic. But if you didn't, feel free to add whatever you need to add now, and then we'll move
I didn't
on.
watch the whole thing. I'll watch it on my TV. I'll take the time as I do. But
Abacab sit there and told me I missed one, and that was Up Your Arsenal. So that's
yes, actually, yeah, I heard that game.
19 Ratchet and Clanks.
And you guys aren't tired of it? Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. I was just like, okay, that's why I thought
All the Ratchet and Clanks have been good, but all the Halos haven't been good.
Wow. Good to who standards? Wait, good to who standards?
Yeah,
because I didn't see much in graphical fidelity on that game, which you said, Dark. So, what standards are we playing with here?
The Ratchet and Clank that we saw at Gamescom, which again is just a bigger
like
slice of
fucking
the
Pixar.
same level. It looked good, man. It looked good. Again, it was weird.
Granted,
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
look.
mean,
The ray
It doesn't
tracing,
look like. It doesn't look like a fucking PS5 game, but yet
Well,
it's gonna be good.
I mean, the ray tracing, like missing elements in the reflections and stuff like that, it is a little weird. And once you see that, you cannot unsee it. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see a portal open and there's a shiny floor, but there's a desk in front of the portal, but the desk is gone in the reflection, and you can see the portal. It's really weird. Once you see that, you really can't unsee it. But
Well, honestly, I think a lot of these games that they've announced and I think they were supposed to come out for the current gen consoles, because I think they were thinking that the current gen was going to last longer than what it did.
I'll agree with you in terms of the Spider-Man Miles Morales, because they basically
yeah, but you know what? He has a great point. I'm just saying, like, I think
Ratchet and Clank
game
looked really
so
good. I think it
late,
looked next
No,
gen.
Ratchet and Clank looks good, but it just doesn't.
Fantastic, yeah.
But PlayStation came so late into the, showing the console, showing their iterations, everything else.
I mean, they ain't really showed too much of
really
anything for the PlayStation 5 either, though. I mean,
no,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. PlayStation 5, like they came so late after Xbox. I almost feel like they were forced to do it. That's and that's where your point actually makes a lot of sense.
So yeah,
All right, guys. Well, no, I was gonna say we can move on to the next topic, and
I thought we was gonna wrap it up. I thought we was done.
we're gonna wrap it up. We got about 15 more minutes, so we got one more topic in, man.
Listen, I'm ready to watch this damn RNC convention, man. Come on, let's do it.
He's in on that, bro. Like, you better watch out.
He's like, come on, man.
Leave.
Rush Limbaugh is hosting right now, and I can't miss it.
Right, man. I mean, look, he called Obama Puff the Magic Negro. I got
Oh, no.
Did he really?
Yeah, swear to God. Yes, he did.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
a first
That dude
on
is
this
so fucking
channel,
off
by
his
the way.
Yeah. And they sit there and say, "Oh, well, you just the player of the." I mean, never mind. I don't want to be in my political shit. Trax, man, I'm losing it. Political figures getting me crazy, man.
Going left.
Crazy.
I'm
going left.
Hard right.
No, fuck that. Hard left.
Yeah.
Off the cliff left.
But,
West Coast left.
Yo, Predator, you wanted to talk about something, and I saw a couple people in the chat that wanted to talk about it as well. And basically, we're going back to our buddy Jeff here in terms of some things he said about Xbox Game Pass. Now, if you don't have all the information, I elect Dark Optimus to help you out. So you can call a friend here and get Dark Optimus to help you. But what's going on with Jeff Keighley? What did he say here that caused a stir to make it a topic on this podcast, man?
Oh, I thought we had kind of covered that before, but I mean, he had a bag of dicks.
Yeah, we don't have K-Meg already shared, so we probably don't have to go
I
to
did
him.
too a little bit, but I mean, just his comments on I forgot what show it was when he was talking about
It was on
Game Pass.
I think it was with IGN and
Yeah.
Ryan McCaffrey.
Yeah, and I didn't see the whole video. I saw the tweet of the experts, the small sections of it, but he was basically saying Game Pass is like, basic cable, you know, and like we will never get any
without the
stuff like that.
premium
yeah, without the
channels.
premium channels. Yeah, so like I think that how K Meg was saying earlier, and I was saying it before too, like he just has a bias that shows, you know, like the whole Kojima love fucking relationship he has with that guy, and
That ankle love.
brought him on stage like for fucking 3 straight years, you know. I was like, thank God this game is out. Now you can't bring his ass out on stage again. Of course, what happened?
He
Brought
found
the
a way.
motherfucker on stage anyway. Yeah, he found a way.
way.
And it's like stuff like that. Like he sat there. I remember that one E3 or whatever show it was. He had Keeley on stage for 30 minutes, talking about his game. And
Oh, that was the
Gears guy-
VGAs. Yeah.
yeah, the guy from Gears came on stage and he was like, "All right, thanks." You know, like he didn't give me time to talk about his game. He's on stage for literally 2 minutes, if that. But he's got this guy on the stage. Like he talked about Kojima from the beginning of the show, talking about, oh, he's someone's here. There's an arrival from somebody. Oh my God, who could it be? Fuck, we know who it is. Stop bullshitting us. You know, like
He actually messed up the name of the coalition, by the way. I believe.
oh shit. But he does stuff like that all the time. Even like the underhanded shit where he announced the price of the console early, and but comments like that, go ahead.
No, I'm just wondering because, like, I, we talked about this in the DM and stuff, and I didn't really look into exactly what he said. Do you think there's a chance that there's any chance here that what he said was kind of taken out of context? And, like, I can see him talking about, in terms of maybe no AAAs, like, coming in the foreseeable future. Actually, no,
I'm
I can't.
just saying.
No, I can't,
I'm just saying that video that Red Dragon put on Twitter was edited. I'm just saying.
Do you think it was edited by Red Dragon, or?
I don't think it was edited by him. No, I don't think that. But I think he got a video that was edited from somebody.
I didn't see the whole interview. He basically took out the parts that he was talking about Xbox specifically, but when you listen to that and you hear it from him, it's not taken out of context, because we've had this issue with Jeff Keighley before. I just gave you like 5 examples. Like, that's who he is, and he's showing it. Like, now it's not even like he didn't try to hide this shit anymore. So like I don't agree with Microsoft using him for anything, to be honest with you. I don't care how popular he is. Find somebody else. It's just like he's obviously not good for your brand. He's never said anything positive about the brand.
He leaked out the price of one of your consoles.
Yeah, like the simple stuff like that. Like, I say simple, but like those are big things, but yet you got this guy hosting your shows.
Yeah.
Like, this you choose to host your shows, and like even like you look back at the show that just happened. I think it was in July, the one that he hosted for Xbox. It's almost like he felt like he didn't even want to be there. Like even the pregame show. Think about this: the pregame show that he had with those other people, where that one chick was talking about Halo, and like I can't remember what the fuck she said.
She doesn't really play on Xbox. She uses it for like
Netflix
and shit like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is who you have hosting your show, that you're paying to host your show, and he's got people on the panel who don't like Halo, like shit like that. Like I understand if that was a talk show, people allowed to voice their opinion, but that's a show you need to get pro Xbox people on. This is your live show. You need to get pro Xbox people on your live show. I rather would have had Larry do this shit than fucking Jeff. But I can't stand Larry either. But like,
Larry heard you. He started putting on his white gloves. He's like, I can do it.
Come over here and get this AK.
I say hire Alana, bro. Like, Alana Pierce is she is no
Yeah,
joke,
over here, one Alana Pierce for other reasons. So.
Yeah, but like, has she hosted a show before? Like,
she's a smart girl, man.
I just think like using Keeley, and especially when I think back about that show this year when they had him on there, it's like that pregame was just trash. Just the way the people were talking in the show about Xbox. I'm like, this is who you picked to put on your show. And every time he's had an opportunity to do something positive for Microsoft, he fucks it up. So stop using the guy.
Yeah, he went up to Phil. He's like, "Hey man, I'll bash. I mean, pregame your show, no problem, dude. I won't even get any money for it. Like, hey, let's do this." Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to see them try to go back and reach back out to Jeff when they've had so many like good people in house or other options. I'm a big fan of Rukari. I think he'd be great to host shows like that. And I really I kind of scratched my head when Xbox kind of let him go. I didn't know why per se, but Larry Herb's still there. I was like, I always thought of Rukari as like the replacement for Larry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that was unfortunate. But they've had so many people in-house and other options, but yet they go back to him. But real quick, I do want to hit up the super chat because the friendly neighborhood Blue Shell hit up that super chat. Thank you, brother, for the support. He says, "Let's all remember Christopher Hart and old gamers' comments when Halo Infinite released. Oh, I am still going to do R-rated things to K-Mega Spartan and PG-13 things to Xbox Spartan as an elite. Hopefully." I'm a little scared. I remember you saying
hard to still be playing Ghost of Tsushima when Halo comes out.
Yo, and shout out to Sir X-Man hitting up that super chat one more time. He says, "K-Mega, I'm listening to you and the convention. But you're not using the snap feature on the Xbox One, sir, because we don't have it anymore." Oh, I love you, Sir X-Man.
Cold-blooded.
Actually, let me go to Crispy real quick. Crispy, what do you think about these comments from Jeff Keighley? You heard Dark say that it looked like what that thing was edited before it was put out there or whatnot.
Oh, it was edited, dude.
It wasn't.
If he does feel that way, I mean, more power to him. But in terms of Game Pass, because we know Halo will drop in there as soon as it's released. Any Xbox first party, which is those premium channels, so-called, Jeff Keighley was talking about, they are going to be going in there. Plus, games like, and I know it's a little bit older, but Resident Evil 7 is going in there September 3rd. That's a premium channel as well, so I don't get it myself. But what do you think, bro?
When it comes down to it, Jeff is a PlayStation gamer, okay? And he has a problem when, like, you could look at his face when it was the Game Awards, and he said, "And some things you never expect." You know what I mean? Because he just probably found out about it. Because
he was probably mad about it too. Like,
yeah, and
I could have leaked this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It looked, and me and Ba are kind of on the same page. His body language was like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? That's the way it felt. And the point that he makes is that he doesn't see enough AAA games from Xbox, but what Game Pass is, what Xbox is pushing, and this is the whole point, a lot of people are ignoring it, is to bring quality games, not necessarily high quality, but quality games to the service at a consistent basis.
I would say variety.
No. I'm not. The variety's there. We can already see that. What I'm saying is they trying to bring quality games to the service at a consistent basis, and this is a complete and total Netflix. Like, Netflix is still here, people. Like, everybody thought they were going to go under, and guess what? They're actually doing better than ever. Yeah. And the point is that you find those certain things in that service that you pay for that you want more of, and this is what Xbox is getting, that Sony continues to just let sit by the wayside. Yes, you are selling. If Gears 5 just sold the game and you didn't have any Game Pass involved, I guarantee you would be at 10 million, if not more right now. Okay? But they didn't do that. They said, "We're done with this. We're thinking about the service that we're providing, And that's what they're doing. Okay? And that's where everybody argues about sales and this and that. Xbox doesn't care about that. They care about how many people subscribe to their service. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people that are hitting me up like, tell me why it's amazing and it's great. And I'm like, I don't like that type of game. But you know what? You're subscribed to Game Pass. I'm sure Xbox appreciates it, right? I mean, that's what it comes down to. Are you going to pay the premium price? It's just like Wasteland 3. All these PlayStation gamers have nothing to say about it right now. But
Well,
guess what?
Those two games
You're
are
paying
definitely not my bag.
You're paying full price for that. And if I want to at least try it, I just freaking download it. Come on, man. I mean, that's the way. And unfortunately, we are in a world right now where the dollar is even more important than it used to be. And when you're paying $15 a month and you could potentially download 10 plus games, if you add up the prices, you're saving money. If you're a conscious person that says, hey, I have to stretch my dollar as far as I can. I have 5 kids or whatever it may be. Bot knows about this. So,
I mean, he definitely has 25.
but I have no kids. But I'll tell you right now.
You want a
My
couple? I got a
girlfriend-
couple for sale.
Oh, man, you went there. But
Well,
my girl and her son are absolutely loving games that I would never like, but we could also play together, and I will also try them because of them, because I love them, and that's the whole point. Like, and I might like them by the end of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the strange thing that I continue to hear all these single player games. Like, that's why Ghost of Tsushima having multiplayer, I'm like, oh no, here we go. Now you're starting to get me to think about buying one. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I love the interactions with people. And there's a lot of people like me that love those interactions, including just about everybody on this panel. I think even Dark has jumped into a couple parties a couple times.
Hold on, Crispy, real quick. Hold on.
Very scarce.
Hold
but I
on.
do.
Christopher, my brother, my moderator. I distinctly remember you trashing Sunset Overdrive before Insomniac got bought by Sony. I have always stated how I loved Sunset Overdrive. I called it the game of this generation, with me playing mostly on Xbox, and you were not having it. And now, all of a sudden, you are touting how Sunset Overdrive is all Sony's now. But dude, you didn't like it before, so why would you like it now, man? I don't know. That's crazy to me. Crazy, bro. But I still love you. I'm just saying.
but I mean, dude, at the end of the day, a lot of people are touting. I mean, PlayStation 5 right now looks like they have more, at least, if not just exclusives, but day and date coming within the launch window. And I completely understand that. But PlayStation 4 won on the back end of it. And also Microsoft making huge missteps at the beginning and saying, you are digital only, you are doing this and that. I'm telling you, Microsoft ain't worried, because at the end of the day, when they start dropping Avowed and a lot of other games that people are really interested in, they are multiplayer, or they are RPG, or they are racing, or they are first-person shooter, or they are third-person shooter. Can I continue? And they are going to be AAA, and they are going to invest the money in them. And then they're going to take these AA studios or these single A studios and bring them up a little bit and give them the money they are willing to spend right now. And people are ignoring that. And you have to realize that Microsoft is looking at Game Pass as a serious contender for being up there with Netflix, with Amazon Prime, with freaking Disney Plus.
It would have helped if Halo dropped on time, man. It really would have helped if Halo dropped on time.
We all can agree with that. We can all agree with that.
That's
absolutely
common sense.
You are
right
correct.
There.
You are correct. Because at the end of the day, they had the one game, which was smart, but shit happens, people. shit freaking happens. And at the end of the day, we are sitting here still waiting for Halo. Everybody can sit here and ignore that, but we seen who they just hired back. You know what I mean? Like, those are the Halo games that I played. You know what I mean? That's not the Halo that you've gotten lately. And you got somebody there. You know what? If you gotta have to take an extra year, if you gotta go to 2022 to make the game the way it probably should be, then freaking do it. You know what I mean? But we don't want people to continue to release shitty ass experiences. It's annoying. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, Crispy. Do you hear that, people? No shitty ass experiences. Crispy's tired of it, yo. Dark, I know you chimed in a little bit. Is there anything you want to add to what Jeff said about Game Pass, or let me know if there's more or whatnot.
I think, honestly, I mean, I think it was just kind of like, it's the same tug in cheek, you know. It's just it's always gonna be Xbox versus PlayStation, even if they say there's no more console war, no matter what. It's always gonna be that because, you know, people, that's what they want. They want that they need that conflict. You know, they need it because it's just like, if it's almost like a validation for people, you know, because they want PlayStation to do well, but they don't want their competition to do well because they love
that.
their they love their other game. You know,
I don't
they love
understand that at all, man. By the way,
it definitely doesn't make any sense at all. You know, and it's just funny. You know, like I commented on K Mega's thing yesterday, and somebody. And I think it was Shizno who was like, "Oh, it's not saying something nice about Xbox," and yeah, if you say or whatever, and I couldn't say anything back. But what I was gonna say is that I was just messing with K Mega. Most of the time, that's what I'm doing. I'm just messing with K Mega. But how I really feel about what Jeff Keighley said is just like, both consoles are gonna have their quirks. They're gonna have their great things. They're gonna have their really bad things that people aren't gonna like. It's just, you know, it really is gonna ultimately come down to, for a lot of people, it's gonna be price. A lot of people, it's gonna be games. You know, and Xbox is starting to show some games that I think are really gonna be good for that system. So, you know, they're not this, you know, 2013 console anymore. They're not this, you know, 2018, 2019 console anymore, you know, where there wasn't really much except for Gears. You know, there was Gears, there was maybe Sea of Thieves, I think, came out in 2018 or something like that.
Which has
So,
a really loyal community playing
it
that
does.
game daily.
It has a huge community right now. So it's like, it goes to show you that not all their games are completely, you know, dead in the water. It's just, you know, they're going in a different direction, and they like more the co-op. It's more about multiplayer. It's more about people coming
They've
together.
always been that way.
That's how it's always been with them. That's how it's always been. So it's like, it's like PlayStation's always been that I like to. I hate. I don't really hate to say.
You're incorrect. They are actually very multiplayer before they were single player. Just saying.
What, PlayStation?
Yeah, PlayStation 2.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that. What I was gonna say that is that PlayStation is like kind of like that emo kid that you knew in high school. You know, it's kind of like that. Kind of like that, where they just kind of like, they do their own thing. They're kind of like this, you know, outcast.
I'll say PlayStation's more the solitaire box since like the middle of the PS3. Like when they saw that, you know, games like Heavy Rain and stuff like that were hitting with the gamers, they really started going all in on more single player. There were single player with some multiplayer experiences in it, but it was heavy on check this out for the single player. You know what I'm saying? They went more solitaire box
A
where
lot of it, well, a lot of it, I think it was because that system, when multiplats came out for it, they weren't as good. You know, not all of them were like that, but there was quite a few of them were like I remember when
performance wise,
Skyrim.
definitely.
I remember when Skyrim came out for that console. It was not good.
It was,
You know, it was not performing to the standards of what we were used to with like Xbox 360. I mean, granted, Xbox 360 was very very prevalent at that time. Everybody pretty much had an Xbox 360. So, but they've kind of they have shifted gears where they've gone more single player. But I'm starting like what Crispy's saying. I'm starting to see more co-op multiplayer, experiences coming to PlayStation, which is a good thing. I want both consoles to survive because otherwise it'll get boring. It'll just be this same thing over
Dark,
and over
how
again.
dare you? According to a lot of YouTubers out there, drama sells, and you need to beef up the console war with every single show you do. Come on, man.
Dude,
No.
both consoles need to, do what they think is right, and
Well, they do.
I'm not
They need to do what
saying-
they do best, and
Well-
Xbox does multiplayer the best, and they do co-op the best, and they do a lot of things really good, and then PlayStation does single player experiences the best. So focus on what you're good at, and really, Microsoft, that's what they've been doing. They've been
Yeah.
they've been doing that with Game Pass. I mean, what has Microsoft always been? They've
But-
always
but
been a service
I-
company.
can
They've
I-
always
can
been
I
a
get
you
my
know
point out, and all I'm gonna say is that what I call out on Xbox is that yes, we need some really good single player experiences.
we do.
It
Oh,
doesn't
for
have
sure.
to be all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But PlayStation,
Well,
like
I'm
I've
looking
said
at-
100 times, SOCOM literally made me a multiplayer gamer, and it was
Well,
shit back then.
Just
You
real
know what I
quick,
mean? It was
just real
absolute
quick
shit.
on Xbox. I'm looking at Medium. Of course, Halo is going to have a single player story. Scorn is going to be single player as well. I know some people try to downplay Scorn, but that has such a creepy vibe that I'm into that stuff. I grew up watching horror movies with my dad and stuff like that, so I get into that stuff. Hellblade 2, I don't think that's going to be an MMO or anything like that. I think that's going to be a single player game as well. So, Xbox is developing.
It's gonna be a single player game. So I mean, they're developing things.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Of course, they're not coming out tomorrow, but they are in the works. So I don't understand, people kind of throwing shade or whatnot. But guys, on that note, I think that pretty much wraps up this.
You forgot about me, man. You
went in hard before, so
no, I was talking about Gamescom. I was talking about Gamescom.
Really? Because
itself.
I heard a lot of Jeff in that, man. But no,
But you were talking about his idea. I mean, what he was doing on the
I
show.
thought you were gonna
Not
say
about
his
this
eyes.
topic.
I thought you were gonna say
No.
you were talking about his eyes, and I'm
You
like,
talking about
what?
I was talking about
His eyes are creepy.
I got me and Dark.
Like
got
his right
K-Max
eye goes
doing.
up a little bit, and
All right.
the other one.
K Mega is the last
finish
one
it off.
on this topic. I do
Let me finish
apologize,
it off.
but I did not forget about you. I just thought you kind of already went in on that. I even
Well,
said
no,
that.
but
beginning.
I was talking about the what you call it, not about that situation.
All right. Well, put down the controller with Battletoads.
I am. I put Battletoads down. I'm gonna have to wait a couple of more days
Dude,
before
you
I jump
gotta
on
play
that shit
PGA
again.
Tour, by the way. You gotta play that game, man. I
Yeah,
know somebody
hopefully.
that was about to get it for you, and I asked him. I was like, but does he want it though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
By the way,
It's more like, does he
Sunday-
deserve it, though?
Sunday, we'll play some Shadow Key for real. Promise.
all
Sunday.
right, dude, I'm here whenever you are, man. I'm no
right.
pressure here, no pressure.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
delayed the expansion until November anyway.
Well, yeah,
got
but I
nothing
want
time,
I
brother.
kind of want to get it knocked out. I want to kind of get it knocked
Okay,
out. So.
all right.
But
so
so let me finish my point.
Jeff Keighley on Game Pass talking about basic cable, and of course, there's a few people in the chat that is really chalking it up. Basic cable. HBO and stuff like that. Well, if that's the case, does that make Nintendo Switch Hulu? I think that would be a question as well. But no, what did you think about what Jeff Keighley said about Game Pass? And do you think that there is a possibility that it might have been taken out of context?
Well, from what I've seen, obviously had to be taken out of context, which kind of, when people were jumping on me when I posted, because I didn't watch his interview, people were saying, well, you just need to watch the interview. It's listen, we just seen his mannerisms and how he acts on Gamescom when it comes to anything that was talking about Xbox. So it's not like he hasn't shown himself to be, biased, and it is just what it is. But I will say that, look, I took from what I seen from Red Dragon, and I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. This is wrong because it was edited or whatever, and it pulled me in. But I also said this. I said you have two issues right here. You have one where a person have thousands of followers that will spew out this type of filth, this type of garbage, and it will come off believable because you have so many people that will spread that stuff. But then when somebody that may have more followers call it out, then y'all want to start acting like, oh no, wait a minute, no, it was taken out of text. It was just fun. It was just trolling. No, that's bullshit, because that's not what it was meant for, and we know it. And that's what I'm saying. So you can't talk about, well, watch the thing and then judge it for yourself. You should hold that person accountable that's bringing up that type of bullshit, period. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. If you feel that I am wrong about something, call it out, and then we can sit there, because I'll debate you. I don't care. And if I'm wrong about it, I'll be man enough to say, my bad. But these people don't ever get that type of treatment. They just let them go on and say, oh no, it's trolling, it's this, it's that. To me, that's the biggest problem that we have right here. And I understand that maybe Jeff Keighley or anybody else who has to defend themselves, they get tired of it because there's so many people pulling at you from two different sides. There's people that support you, and then there's people that don't support you. But when these type of things come out, the people that support you should be calling that shit out and saying, look, you should denounce these people that are claiming to support you but they're only doing it because of click purposes. But go ahead, what was you gonna say?
I'm listening to what you're saying. The whole just jokes thing. I'm in a few DMs. I'm in a few DMs on Twitter, and you know me. I don't just hang out with Xbox guys and stuff like that. I'm in DMs with PlayStation dudes, with PC Master Race, especially Predator lately. But I'm in a bunch of different DMs, and they like to claim just jokes, and I noticed that all their jokes pertain to Xbox. So when the whole thing about the system memory, for the operating system, when kind of like the rumor came out that it was 175 gigs, so I started making jokes in this DM about that slim SSD, with putting little gifs of like women with ultra slim waists and stuff, and I'm laughing. You know what I noticed? None of them thought it was funny.
No, they didn't.
I'm like, didn't. But it's just jokes. Why aren't you laughing?
It's just jokes, right? It's not. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Not 9 out of 10 of these I should say now, because I mean, people like Cali Rex and others, they keep it out there. There's a lot of PlayStation fans out there that are pro PlayStation fans that keep it funky and keep it right?
Yes.
But again, what you have is that most of these, I would say 6 out of 10 PlayStation podcasts would die if they didn't have any Xbox news, because that's what they talk about more than they do PlayStation. That's how some of these people thrive, is because if it ain't talking about slandering Xbox, then they don't have any substance, no meat on the bone to really talk anything positive about PlayStation news, because shit, let's be honest, they don't got a lot. So again, the thing of it is when you really break it down, they have to use this as clickbait, but then they say, oh, it's just jokes. We want this to succeed. We want it all to succeed. But then every time that there's a bad story about Xbox, you're right the forefront to show it. And then when somebody shows something, and I got plenty of PlayStation people that I follow, that follows me, tons of them actually, and when I sit here and I post something positive, when I posted all those clips of Ghost of Tsushima, I got 25 likes, 30 likes, 10 likes, one or three or four or five comments. But let me show something about um Bleeding Edge. You know what I'm saying? I get 20 or 30.
Trash.
Yeah,
Why you putting
yeah,
Xbox
right,
trash?
that filler. What? Bro, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on? Like, what are you trying to listen, if you keep that same energy, when I'm showing I don't see you showing any gameplay from anything Xbox, but you damn sure talk about it more than anything. And this is the stuff that bothers me when it comes back to the whole Jeff Keighley thing, is that because of his demeanor on certain things, his past actions, not what he says, but just his actions altogether. When you see that video that's posted, you believe it. I believed it. I'm like, that's bullshit. And then the way he came out of the mouth by saying that it's like this is different. It's like what Crispy and others have said, that Xbox and PlayStation is going two different directions. And what PlayStation is doing is trying to hold on to the old guard. What Xbox is doing is going into the new frontier. What is going to happen is that one or the other is going to have to change, because gamers are going to stay with the old guard, or gamers are going to go with what Xbox is doing.
Oh man, K Mega,
It-
you just ate it up, bro. Because at the end of the
yeah,
day, we're all 30 plus, right? We've
yeah,
been through
yeah.
we've been the whole generations, many generations. I played on freaking Atari, for the love of God.
Mhm.
Okay, that was horrible. By the way, that almost
Damn.
made me not be a gamer after that. Like, that's
Oh,
what it
dude,
did
at the
to
time
me.
when you played it, it was the jam. All right,
Yeah, no,
yo,
it
I
was
chill,
was in
legit.
the
bro.
arcades,
Oh, I love
bro.
Atari, but
I
I
was
mean,
in the arcades, bro. Fuck that shit.
Oh,
I
that,
mean,
Like,
I was doing both, but regardless, to me, it's still a thing of like, I understand that there's people out there that want to see one company succeed over the other. When Xbox get bad press, I'm like, God damn Xbox! It seems like you go 10 steps forward and then you go 20 steps back because you do something crazy. That frustrates me as an Xbox first gamer. I do understand that, but then when PlayStation goes somewhere back, their community is so united on not wanting to talk about it. It's ridiculous. Like, and then if nobody really talks about it because they're too worried and focused on Xbox,
There's your
how are
brain.
they going to fix, or or have anybody from Sony listen to their fan base and say, oh well, we do need to change this, we do need to do this, we do need to do that. Look how many years it took to get a name change, and then when Sony did the crazy shit, nobody didn't say, no, y'all got to change this to get it right. They just shut the fuck up and didn't say anything
I'll
else.
give you one more. How about that PSN shut down for almost a whole freaking month?
I
How
mean, yeah,
about that?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's like, damn, like, come on, guys, we got to do better. I don't want PlayStation to fall over. I'm gonna eventually buy me a PlayStation 5, I got it gifted to me, but still, I got like over 100 some PlayStation games, man. I support consoles. I could support gaming. I love it. But damn, you can't just always think that because sales for a console is better than the other, that just automatically makes it the best console. Because I mean,
again, if that's the
nobody's
case,
talking about the goddamn Wii. Nobody's
if
talking
that's
about
the
the Wii.
case, the Wii won last generation because it
It did.
outsold everything, yo.
It dominated in sales. So therefore, but you don't hear them say that. They keep on talking about the 360 because they knew the true darling of that generation was the 360. Period. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. So my last point on this is the media themselves. And yeah, I'm going to say media bias. It started this generation, and they've kept it going. I don't care. Listen, look at all this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about scores. You and me, Bob, we don't care about the Metacritic. But
No.
listen to this stuff. Look at all these high scores that Xbox is getting in 2020. Look at all these high score games that they're getting in 2020, and nobody's trying to acknowledge that. They're still trying to talk about Game Pass fodder, or this game is trash. This because it is not a AAA banger. Xbox this year has got has better rated games. What? Tell me why is rated higher than Ghost of Tsushima. Now, personally, I would
Is
think
it?
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, it's an 85. What's called Ghost of Tsushima is an 83, 84. So
Meta
again,
who?
yeah. So
Meta.
again, well, no, I'm just saying in the sense for the people who care about that. I don't give a fuck about that because I think Ghost of Tsushima should have been a 90, 91, 92 period. That game is fire. But I just don't understand why is it that they need better this, they need better that, they need games. They have no games. But games that Xbox owns or are pushing out for the Xbox gamer, they are rated higher. And I don't get it. One of the highest rated games of this generation is
Actually,
Flight
tell me why
Simulator.
is it 79, by the way.
I just seen it. I just seen where they were just showing it at 85.
Nope,
I
79.
don't know. I don't visit that website, so I don't know.
So,
Man.
no, so I seen it at 85. I seen it earlier before the show. So I mean, maybe it dropped down now, but I don't know. But regardless, it was at 85 when somebody showed it. I'll show it to you in the chat. I'll repost it actually, so people won't see I'll be lying. But regardless, it's one of those things to me, and it's not still regardless if that's a 79. It still has. They still have outscored a lot of those games that PlayStation has already came out with, except for what, 2? I mean, because you look at from what Ori has done. Ori was what, a 90. I don't know where Ori is now. Flight Simulator's a 93. Battletoads a 73, 74, and then you're saying now what's a 79. I mean, I thought everything that Xbox did was in the 60s.
Well, and Wasteland's selling on both
And
consoles.
no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wasteland was at 85. Wasteland was the 85. My bad. Not Tell me why. Wasteland was 85. My bad.
Okay.
That's what the game was going to.
Well, you
So
can't
regardless-
really count. You can't really count Wasteland then, because it's
Why-
on both consoles.
Why can't you?
Why can't you? It's an Xbox game.
It's on both fucking consoles.
PlayStation playing full price. And I'm
Well,
on
I
download
mean,
that shit.
so we don't count. What's that other game? Horizon Zero Dawn, or what you call it now? Because they on PC. Remember,
No,
that
I
was
don't.
the first thing.
I don't, because you know why? It's on PC now, so it's not.
Oh God, stop it. Anyway, I'm done. Right there, that ended it all. But I'm just saying, overall, it's like, look, man, stop doing all this dumb shit. The media themselves, they have to do better. Not all of them, but most of them that's out there doing it for the clicks. They get hit with pressure. If you read those articles and all the stuff about what was going on with The Last of Us 2, you hear the stuff that Sony's like, well, why this game doesn't get scored like this? Why this, that? And it just doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. Until people can get until these the Metacritic scores and all this other stuff, the people that does these scores get regulated or or have their name put out to the public, to where people can actually hold them accountable, that shit should be irrelevant. And people like Jeff Keighley needs to go ahead and just say, fuck it, man. Just keep it about what he's trying to do instead of trying to cater, because it's obvious at this point, man. So
Yo, K Mega, I swear we could have done the whole show on that topic, man. Yeah, you are definitely.
I'm done.
You are definitely
fired up, baby.
but you are
Fired up.
fired up when it comes
What are
to
you
that
talking about?
whole
He's
thing,
a
bro.
Jeff Keighley fanboy. I don't know. You gotta-
Yeah. GRG, get ready for it tomorrow, man. That's I can't wait to hear what everybody else got to say about
I
that.
might have to join. I don't know.
Sure, come on and join. You guys can join. Come on, I need to hear what you guys got to say.
He
So.
always throws it. By the way, he always throws it in DM.
I'll throw it in the
Yo.
DM. If y'all want to come in, y'all come in.
All right, well, check this out. Regulator hit up that super chat one more time. Again, thank you for the support, brother. And this is from a while back within the conversation. He said Chris Hart is the biggest example of this. And I don't know what that was exactly about. Maybe him being a moderator? I don't know. But guys, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. The show is now winding down. Another one in the books, and I gotta say, when I first started the show, I was a little tired doing the stream, the live reaction before, but because of this panel and the energy coming off of you guys, man, I am re-energized, ready to go now, and I thank you guys for that. Not only that, huge shout out to the chat. You guys have been on topic, whether I agree with your opinions or not. You guys are definitely commenting on what we were talking about. You were entertaining us as we were doing our best to entertain you, and I definitely appreciate that. But like a 40-year-old with a comb over, it is time to get those plugs in. And let me start with my West Coast brother, Mr. Dark Optimus. Dark, you should know what to do by now. You're a pro at this, yo. Let people know where they can talk. go talk games with you, and anything else you want to announce, bro.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Still?
No, you
Yeah.
guys can find me on Twitter, Xbox, and PlayStation at Knoxximus. And no, man, I don't have anything to announce. So yeah.
He is announcing that he is buying me a PS4 Pro, and it's in the mail.
It's actually a PS5.
Dude, no, hold off on that. I want a slim down version. That the one that they're coming out with.
No, I'm getting you the big ass fucking.
It's fucking huge, man.
I'm making sure your fucking whole house
Dude,
can hear
it's
it.
gonna stick out part of my window.
Gotta get that cool air in.
Yeah,
For real.
you got that window open. Somebody could just grab that son of a bitch with a crane and take it out of there. You better lock it down.
Yo, guys.
All joke.
When we were talking about the PS5 gaming chair,
It's just jokes.
It's just jokes. But when we were talking about the PS5 gaming chair that obviously Dark Optimus has got sent to him, I just want to let everybody know that is a self-heating chair up to 130 degrees, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there, man.
It also trims my mullet at times, too.
It gives them massages too. I mean, come on. Gotta keep that back straight, bro, right?
Oh,
Exactly.
yo, shout out to my brother Bricks, the game filter. He says he is going to be making me a slick beat, hopefully for the next podcast, brother. Dude, if you do that, I would appreciate that so much, bro. That would be absolutely incredible. I look forward to it. He is a very, very talented musician. I know K-Mega knows this. We've known him since our Facebook
Dude,
days.
your beats are
Yeah.
fire, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's still like, dude, you got the right shit going on, bro. It's fire, dude.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And yo, on that
Okay.
note, what's up, K-Mega?
I was just gonna say right now I'm looking at it. Wasteland 3 is an 85. That's the game I got it messed up for. Yeah, but so you can go to Metacritic right now. You can look it up. It's right there. It's an 85. And then I guess I don't. They got it for Xbox and for I just seen the first score. It said 85, so I'm going from there. I don't care, but I'm just saying there's a lot of games out there that Xbox is popping out that ain't no 60. So I don't know. I don't know, guys.
Yo, K-Mega, dude, I've known you for years, and one thing is, when you know you're right, you will prove your freaking point
I will prove it
all the
I'll
way
prove it.
through, yo.
Prove it.
You
I
weren't
will
right
prove it.
because you know why? You said tell me why, and it wasn't tell me why, so there.
Well, because I've seen it. What's called? Okay, so it's a 79. I get it. Anyway, I don't know. I can't wait to play that
Dark,
either, man.
tell
I'm
me
ready.
why you always got to mess with K-Mega, though. I'm just saying.
Because it's fun! It's just jokes!
It's just jokes, people.
Trolling. Just having fun.
Yo, speaking. Yo, let's get to Crispy now. Crispy, we know you're on multiple shows. Definitely let people know what the other podcasts are besides next podcast that you're on. Let people know where they can go to talk games with you. And I like that you also throw in your gamer tag to let people know where they can actually go and game with you, man. It's your show. Do all that, bro.
Well, I gotta say this. Like, I gotta shout out the Gamers United Guild, which was started by Jay and Mike, and you gotta check out ONLG. That is the original Next Level Gaming podcast that is literally starting now, I believe. And you gotta check those guys out because they are very, very just talking about games. That's what they do. And
The
I
legend
love the
HTK
podcast.
is over there, bro.
Yeah, the HTK, you got Fastback. That's Chris. They got their names, their actual first names out there. Like, these guys are awesome, and you got to check them out. But yeah, it's always gonna be tomorrow morning. Rex of a Boom, the BWB in the house, and then we got Retro Renegades Tuesday night 7 p.m. And yeah, I love talking games, and you might find me on another podcast. You never know.
You never know, bro. You never know. Dropping that hashtag crispy truth, bro.
Oh, Crispy Bomb 28 Xbox Live, just because you said it.
Nice, brother. And let's go to Pred's been really quiet, man. I don't know. Every once in a while, like he just tones down. He's like, I already said what I had to say, and he just gets quiet. We haven't heard any notifications from his cell phone. He did say off air he was going to drive me nuts with that on the show. Pred, I do say I appreciate you not doing that to me. I think you forgot, but I'm just going to take it as, you're just being nice. But, let people know where they could go to talk games with you. I believe you are more PCMR now. Am I correct on that, bro?
No, I'm still an Xbox guy. I've been playing more PC just because.
Dude, you should have got PGA Tour on Xbox then, man.
No.
No.
I didn't buy all this shit and just to play on Xbox. So.
I'm gonna use it, damn it.
I'm gonna use this shit. I put too much money into it. But yeah, Predator_HOS on pretty much everything. Xbox, Steam, PlayStation. I do not have a Switch anymore, so thank God I had to get rid of that motherfucker. And that's it. I'll catch you guys on my OnlyFans.
remember to donate and subscribe to that, right. By the way. All right, well, K-Mega, as like I like to say, which is the absolute truth. You have been with me from the beginning. Nobody pointed me in your direction, by the way. You were my first choice, to get this next podcast started, and you have been here since day 0, basically, because you helped plan everything out, all that good stuff. Of course, you got GRG coming up tomorrow. You got to throw that out there. It's going to be another fire episode on your channel. Let people know about your YouTube channel, your streaming, and where they can go to talk games with you, bro.
Yeah, man. You can check out the GRG podcast tomorrow night, 8:30 or to 8:35. Hopefully next week I'll start reaching out to more people, man. Start seeing if we can get some more guests on. Since we've been light here lately.
That's more work than people realize. Like
it is, man. Yeah, because you got to talk to people, and then they got to say, "Well, I'll let you know."
You got to talk to people.
Yeah, I don't really want to go out and just start asking people,
Dude,
"Y'all want to come?"
When they say, "I think I can make it," and then they don't talk to you for a couple days, like...
then you got to go hit somebody else up, and then next thing you know, you got a panel of 9 people, and then you're like, "Fuck!" I mean, then you got to hear the panel members themselves. I wish I had more time to talk. Damn, I didn't know. So. It's crazy. But yeah, no. So I'm not gonna worry about it this week. But next week I will start reaching out to people, seeing who wants to come onto the show, give their points. I'm still trying to reach out to quite a few. There's only been a couple of PlayStation fans that's come on. I've reached out to a lot of them, and they'll like, "Oh man, I appreciate the invite." Then next thing you know, I don't hear nothing from them, and then they're insulting me.
Did you invite
somewhere
Jabs Jabari?
Jabari and Porter Rock came onto the show a couple of years ago. I need to ask them to come back on. I just don't want, I don't want to have arguments and stuff like that. I just want people to just talk and have a good conversation.
If you invite Jabari, ask him why he was using the up-res screenshots for Gran Turismo Sport.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know. But I've been knowing Jabari for a really long time.
Yeah, we used to catch him out on Facebook all the time.
Yeah. I used to be in the Facebook days. So, and you know what I'm saying? Those guys, they have their moments of being wild, but, for the most part, I think it's a respect thing, because when it comes down to serious stuff, we all, kind of, with his wife, with Porter Rock and his wife, and their anniversary and him overseas and being a soldier and stuff like that. And then, of course, Jabari sit here and, paid off his debt and things like that. Congratulations for all that. Like I said, I don't have really no ill will towards anybody at all. There's just people I just won't fuck with, period. If you did me wrong or you try to be sly to me, I ain't fucking with you. That's just me. But, but yeah, no, come and check out the GRG podcast. Every Friday night I do stream. I haven't did any streaming this week. Like I said, it was my birthday week. I just didn't
He's being
care.
lazy, people.
Just being lazy. So I will be back on the grind. GRG will be on Twitch and on YouTube, but I will be back on the grind Saturday. Doing my sports night, so I'll be playing that Mad 21. Come and check me out. You know what I'm saying? Doing the damn thing. Also, Sunday is Sunday Night Fight Nights. It's going to be my birthday pick. Sir X-Man, it was his birthday last week, so he picked the game. So I get to pick the games this week.
Tekken
so
all the way around, I bet.
It might be all Tekken night, but no, it won't. It won't. I'll pick. There will be a Tekken, so I will play some Tekken 7. If the lobbies work on Soul Calibur, it would be great. It's just so messed up. So I
We
might,
played, yo, Spirex knows about that life.
I might pull out that MK11 so I can beat somebody's head if a bot or Crispy want to come in there and get their head beat.
Oh, you
I
talking
I
game now, bro?
yeah,
Let's go,
I
son.
think I might go ahead and do that. And then also
Crispy
yeah,
always
that's-
acts excited and then never shows up. By the way,
and never
Whoa,
never
whoa,
shows up.
whoa. I had to, last time he said MK11, I was doing inventory at 2:00 in the morning, bro.
dude, I
So
don't want to
had
hear
go to bed.
excuses. I just want to see
Yeah.
you there, bro.
Well,
You had your- you had your
it's
boy
nice
X
when you
Bot.
don't have to work, motherfucker.
Oh,
That is true. He is a stay-at-home dad. so,
Yeah, there
He's
you go,
a
buddy.
he's a Mr. Mom.
He don't know
Yes, I
anything
am,
about
and
that.
I love
life.
that movie too. By the way, that
Yeah,
is a
Mr.
great
Mom is
movie.
great. But all right, man. But thank you guys, man. Also, you can check me out on Twitter at KMega4. I do want to give a big congratulations to my boy PK, member of the
Yes.
GRG podcast. He hit 1,000. The quickest one out of all of us that hit 1,000.
Dude,
that quick,
his
man.
review of Battletoads was spot on. By
He
the way.
makes really, really great content, man, and he's very informative. So is Slick Slayer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to drop by and stop and listen to the GRG podcast, man. You'd be surprised, man. The brothers on the panel really know what they're talking about.
Yo, sick. I'm right with you, bro. Like
Yeah.
sick Slayer, dude. Like I could have a conversation with him all night, dude.
Right? Yeah, they really. But yeah, but that would make damn near everybody that was been a part of GRG has hit 1,000 in one way or another. Bloody's hit it, Triple Cup. You know what I'm saying? 100 already was, he was already established before I even got started. So 108 Dragons, Lady Infamous, when she was a part of the show, she's doing her crazy stuff over there on Twitch. Bloody was well over 1,000 when he was on Mixer. He's really starting rebooting up, but he's doing really well on Twitch right now. I mean, just so many people that's been a part of the show that's even left and gone. You see Fonzarelli doing this thing all day, doing this thing with Luca. Like, everybody has done something positive, and that's exactly what I want to try to do for anybody that wants to be a part of the team, man. I got your back, and that's just what it is. So anyway, but thank you guys, man. Get the hell out of here, man.
Nice.
I'm ready to listen to these Republicans, what they talking about.
I'm ready to play some PGA Tour. That's what I'm going to be going into when I'm done here, man. I'm going to go fill up my water bottle, and I'm going to come back here to PGA Tour. So if anybody in the chat, if you have PGA Tour 2K21 and you want to go in on a multiplayer game, and my gamer tag is xbot448. You can also follow me on Twitter with the same name, xbot448. And huge shout out to the chat again. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and rocking with us every single Thursday. And before that, Saturday. But I do love our day change. I think this is a really good thing. I'm digging it now. I get hyped for Thursdays. So shout out to you guys. And until we will see you next week on next podcast.
You was going to
Have
say
a
next
great night.
Saturday.
Yeah, I know. I mixed it all up.
Yo,
Yo,
he told
later.
his water bottle to move his thumbs, baby. Woo!
Who said I was filling it with water, though? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Later, everybody.
Oh, Giuliani's talking. He's going to talk about being afraid of black people. That's it.
Oh.
Right.